Well, without further ado, do everybody but Days have their snacky and water? Who remember what happened last time during our start of our first year of our time lapse?
Let me read what verbatim the essay.
Please do. Somebody wrote it this time, not me.
I'm gonna do next week's. We'll each take
that was
turn.
off the
Amazing.
top too. I was
Thanks.
at work just cooking.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought these were like from your actual notes.
No, that was
Ren-
from my brain hole. Yes,
Ren's
good
memory
shit.
is fucking incredible.
Okay. So Taryn and Hazel made their way to the Caraway Manor for breakfast. They checked in with them I forgot where I was already. I'm sorry.
That was
To
cool.
check
Yo.
with them that led to a wonderful news of Alisane's pregnancy. To the continuation of the Caraway line, she graciously took upon herself. In this revelation, there was this time. In this revelation, there is time for Hazel to speak with Nira about post-trial woes that directly have impacted her. After a gut-wrenching conversation between the two of them, which all made us cry, beautiful story. Nira being told that she has been helping Severus just by just being present, along with Hazel disclosing information about her roots and revenge. The two of them become even closer, soon to be lesbians. While the heavy topics were conducted upstairs, Aaron spent his time working on a few surprises designed on paper for Yusuf after being told he had to wear sleeves for an interview. Diabolical. Anywho, we are taken to the scene of Nira meeting Severus. Seeing he is repaying old debts down in the basement of his lab where Tala is now stationed. A sweet scene where this understanding between feels like a father and child. Okay, it was really, really cute actually. And they love each other. Severus extended, no matter where he goes, he will always be there for Nira, like a good father. Blah 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 blah. And Nira does not like Tala. Year one, Evelyn strikes up a deal and becomes the figurehead of North Azeria. Evelyn also seeks out Cedric for more advanced training, becoming a great sword wielder. Spending time contemplating her influences in outreach while speaking to Marianne and Yusuf about creating a spy network. Pretty badass. And then there seems to be a mysterious calling card. Oh, oops, yep, Laurel sent them a letter. Hazel goes and speaks to the hag and, finds out some information about some cool stuff. And now she, has the money, but she wants to, find the right person to be that sacrifice, not just any person. Hazel also talks to Yusuf about cool things to be, the go between the hags and the magistrate, or like the spy network, Oh, and then also Hazel wants to work on healing robots, protecting the city, yeah. Then Taryn made a cabin for Yusuf for them to escape. Everybody got to visit it. And then Taryn also wants to build a orphanage foundation with the Caraway Foundation. Yeah, a lot.
Okay, there's one important thing that we missed in this.
What I miss? I'm so sorry.
We started to lay the groundwork for Nira to have the zoo, starting with the basilisk.
Oh, the
That's
zoo!
what I thought.
That's the only important thing I feel like that got missed, but everything else was spot on perfect. But also, we're never letting Cole read again. I want that to be very clear.
Hazel also has a plan to help with the zoo situation in the future. Not this year, but
Okay, guys, that was my a lovely speech for the whole session. So I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let him say the intro, okay?
I was just kidding.
Sort of.
But yes, that is what happened last episode, among other things.
gotta do some wibbly wobbly time nonsense to slot in whatever Mateo did during the year and whatever.
Yes, we need to immediately this bit or this start of this episode kind of finish up year one and kind of get through that because we were down our 2 lovely players last time. So I guess we could start with yeah, I guess we could start with Mateo.
I am.
Why don't you start with Tuna?
Yeah, I'm ready and Aaron isn't, so I will go.
All right, fine. So we'll go back to some scenes with Evelyn and Safia.
I think for the first year, Safia is probably just going to be focusing on kind of like the relocation. I know she has no particular plans other than helping Evelyn with establishing magistrate things.
Oh yeah, so we're the word magistrate there is kind of loose. It's more
I don't
like,
look. I didn't
we're
know what else to call it.
yeah, we're trying to make North Azuria free land. Okay,
Yeah.
we're not part of the magistrate. We're our own place. And we will work with pirates sometimes, and we will work with the magistrate sometimes, but we are our own thing. Because
Whatever is
neither
best for
seems
the
to
people.
be very good for the people right now. We gotta find the balance, and I think we can be the good balance. There's also definitely Evelyn would have told you about this by now, because it's her plan that she wants to bring to Yusuf, but she wants to like organize it first. But I can just DM you about that.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah. I also need to find a time for Evelyn to propose in this year, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. We'll see. We'll let Aaron go, and then we can come back to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sure that Safia has more things to do as well, like read the letter and identify her short sword for sure.
Correct.
I forgot I hadn't. Where is the letter literally in my inventory?
They
Yes.
should both be in there. One should be called Letter to Safia and Evelyn, and the other one should be Unidentified Short Sword, and it should look like a cool pink square. With
You
some
are-
things.
You are more than welcome to read the letter out loud. I'm pretty sure everyone would love that.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
Evelyn was very tight-lipped last time and did not read it out loud. But gave a
Ooh.
synopsis, and everybody was mad.
Oh,
You're also welcome to read the half that's addressed to Evelyn, but just know she didn't read your half.
here, let's get this pulled open and see how traumatizing it is.
Can you type that to the link?
Oh, really? How?
The computer updated and it locked up.
Sure, blame the computer.
Yes.
Sorry, Aaron doesn't know how to play D&D or, access the server because he doesn't know how computers work.
Pardon me as I mute to go and hit Tuna.
Okay. I think she left me something. She mentioned a wedding gift. What is that about?
I'm not sure. That's maybe she just knew that we were like, destined and that she would probably not see us.
Hmm.
But I don't know, she's never really been all there.
That's also very true. I could see her just. Yeah, okay. Well, she says the sword's a wedding gift, and Safia kind of like holds up the sword, just looking at it. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Identify on it.
That looks like it's more your size.
How do I.
Done.
Is there like? Do I just right click?
I did it for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. No, I need to. Thank you. Ew.
Cool. Did you already give me my letter?
No,
Okay.
you're a year 2 person.
I don't know if this is technically shiny, but it is a lot of light, and I like it very much. Thank you.
Are you thanking me for something that she gave you?
I'm thinking, the gods.
Ah, I see, I see.
Yeah, into the air, Oh my god.
A lot of our friends seem really interested in what this letter says. I don't know if you want to share it with them, but
I mean, yeah.
I
She's
just
like,
let them know that my half is basically just her admitting that she was wrong and, telling me that I'm great. So that wasn't really that worth reading.
yeah, mine's mostly just saying how great I am, which, I think that's one thing she got very right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it sounds like the clock being right 2 times a day type shit, and like these were the 2 times.
Yeah. Deb. Return to sender.
Dear Evelyn and Sophia.
Wow.
Please, no, continue.
It says, Dear Sophia and Evelyn.
Well, wouldn't you like to read it then, Faye?
I mean, it's right there. You can all
Yeah,
read
I
it. It's in
sent
the
it.
chat, doofus.
You're the doofus.
I read it a whole week ago.
Well, some of us don't know how to read.
Damn. It's okay.
Yo,
Now that I'm a
what's up? My
barbarian, I
name's
can only count to
Jared.
4.
I'm 19 and I never fucking learned how to read.
Damn, that's a classic.
That was like
The
a
fucking classic.
So what's the sword do? It looks real pretty.
Folks, people.
Well, I mean,
That's
it does.
like
It
the perfect sword for you. Look how shiny it is.
pokes people extra hard. And as she gestures to poke you, there's this little burst of white flame kind of coming from the sword. It's got this fancy white crystal in the back of it, apparently. Pulsing like a star trapped within the blade. That sounds like a very shiny rock to me. I'll be honest here.
Evelyn's kind of looking at it, and she's thinking about the ring that's in her pocket. She's like, damn, my shit don't look like that. That's pretty cool. Try not to burn the house down. But now we'll both have swords that have fire. That's cool.
I make no promises.
What is this sword's name, by the way?
What's the sword's name, Victoria?
Dawn's Ember? Is there a joke I'm not getting?
No, Cold's worked hard on the sword, I think.
Oh.
No.
that's my
It's
name.
what is the other sword's name?
Well, my sword?
Yeah. Oh, your
The
maybe
flame
sword.
tongue
No,
greatsword?
your maybe sword.
Oh, the sword of the morning. Wait, no, that's the name of the person. It's like Dawnbringer or something like that.
Dawnbringer?
And what's this one called? Dawn's Ember?
Dawn's Ember.
Oh.
Ember or Ender?
Ember.
Okay.
Oh, because you're my little flame.
This is such a sick sword. It seems a little broken, I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
Trinko
really
okayed
good.
it. Trinko okayed it.
Yeah, because Sophia.
You're just choking yourself. She's giving herself an asthma attack.
Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time.
This is a very
Albuterol at you.
it's a pretty well made, ornately decorated sword.
Does any part of it remind me of the swords that the princes have that have like the healing?
No.
They have that similar like opal look, don't they? Like opalescent.
I mean,
I just crazy.
they're in the way that they're crystal. Yeah, I guess, but not in like the ornamentation.
Gotcha.
I don't think it has like dragon motifs on it or anything.
Gotcha.
It's made with that little outer shard that I used throughout most of the campaign after we um, got those items from the Dragon Horde.
Oh, neat.
Mm.
At any point in year 1, do we all gather at this Terran Yusuf abode after Yusuf finds out about it, or is it always just the two of you after that?
I mean, Tara pretty much opened it up for, for them. He's like, guys, please come around. I beg.
Who is
Let's
still
finish
in
it
the
out.
house, living in the house in L'Oreal?
You, Hazel, and Thomas,
Your boyfriend Thomas.
and like maybe Nira in the future.
I feel like Nira dug like a little hole in the side of the house that she just kind of slides through every once in a while into one of the rooms we just don't ever go into.
No, there's no way that happens. It would be like her kicking the whole wall in, and then.
That's also very true.
For sure.
She lives in the tower.
Or
But yeah, I think it was at least established very clearly last time that Nira at least feels comfortable to come over whenever she wants and stay whenever she wants.
Yeah.
Yes.
I distinctly remember you being like, I could just have 2 homes. What the hell? That's cool.
Yep.
So Nira will be there sometimes, maybe. But it our house isn't as Nira proof as Yusuf's, so we might want to. Well, y'all might wanna, cause I already spent all the money to buy Evelyn and Safia a nice house in North Azir.
We let you keep the savings as well. What the fuck? You spent all of it?
No, I actually didn't spend any of that money.
Oh, okay.
I spent all of my first year's pay from Yusuf on the house and buying myself one of those cool orbs that he has, so I can get sending spells as a non-mage user.
Oh, that's really cool, yeah.
Which Safia will also be allowed to attune to if she wants.
And hopefully setting up a teleportation circle.
North Azuria doesn't have one at all?
No, I mean, it probably does, but wouldn't it be better if you had your own one?
It would, but I gotta pay someone to cast that spell every day for a whole year.
Yeah, I'm sure they have like a guy.
A guy.
Yeah,
That's 365 gold.
yeah, like literally 1 gold a day.
That's such a scam. Like, casting a fucking, like, 2nd level spell for
It's a third, but
It's what teleportation circle is a 5th level spell.
is it?
Yeah,
fifth?
yeah, it's 5th level.
It's a 5th
And
level spell.
teleportation is a 7th level. Yeah.
What the fuck? I could have sworn there was a 3rd level teleport spell. Is there not?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Teleportation circle is the lowest level.
Damn, I don't know why I thought that was a 3rd
Misty
level.
Step.
What level is the
Is
Misty
second
Step's
level?
second. Yep. and
Travel.
Vortex. The plant one I think is 6.
I think it's a higher level one. Yeah. Even
I think it's
higher.
level 6.
Yeah.
This is canon what our characters do when we meet up. They just, we just debate what level certain spells are.
Okay, so I believe last up is Mateo for year 1. What's Mateo been up during his year up to?
Drinking himself to death. But
Oh my god.
canon, yeah, that's probably what he's doing. On one of his more sober nights, he's probably gonna go try and find Hazel if she's still staying in the house. You hear this? Hear a knock on the door.
Come in.
You awake?
Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Sober.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Thinking about getting a drink later. It's what time is it? So 10 a.m. Yeah.
You want to wait for a PM hour today?
Not really.
Okay.
Um.
I only
know
know
you're probably
one other
busy.
prolific day drinker. Do you think that Mateo has been spending any time with Ludwig?
Most
Just an
definitely.
aside. Because I think that would be really funny. Mateo and Ludwig just getting drunk and talking about, like, literature. Or, like, just Ludwig just rambling. Drunk rambling
Yeah,
at,
that's
at 10
absolutely what
a.m.
Mateo was
over way too many mimosas. Infinite mimosas. Anyway.
Absolutely 100%. That is what he's doing. He's going over to Ludwig. He's bothering Ludwig. He's trying to steal Ludwig's shit to give himself a buzz. Like, but
Sorry, continue.
in the currency, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I just been thinking about that Brooke kid. Again, the one you helped me remember.
Yeah.
You said she was somewhere in like Lobster Island or what?
It's the Crab Island, Crab King
Yeah,
Island.
that one. How fucking slaughtered did we get there?
I mean, that was a long time ago. It was not great. It was not a great time. But we're so beyond what we were then.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it'll be a walk in the park, but we stand a chance if that's something you want to do.
I guess I feel like I owe it to her. It's just like, I forced myself to forget about her, yada yada. Like, maybe there's like, I don't know, like, you want to come to the library and try and read about it? I've never been good at reading, but
Sure, let's go.
you seem like the mage folk.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
not
just put
a
us on the
studier. I'm not a studier, but I can read.
You know what? Progress.
Colbert can read too. We'll tag team it.
Yo, guys, I have a library. Hang on.
Hell yeah.
I have a library. Guys, you took us to a scene that I have.
I know, that's why I said it. I knew you had a library.
Oh, old token.
Guys,
I'm not here.
guys, you remember this?
The first time Laurel set something recklessly on fire?
Guys,
Oh god, I forgot about that.
remember when Laurel was this innocent, guys?
Tracer remembers. Tracer!
I love you, Tracer. See? Got him to shut up.
I muted my mic.
So we're saying you didn't do shit.
I guess we'll go up to the librarian there? Or are we doing our self-research? I don't know how libraries work. I'm a stupid man.
Librarians are professional researchers. That's why they're here, to help. So, are we looking into the Crab Island, or do you want to look into Brooke?
I doubt Brooke's gonna have a book in here. She wasn't like, I don't know.
Probably not, but there might be like a census with her family mentioned in it. I didn't really know much about where she came from, so.
Summer
Isles?
something. Maybe? I don't know. I fucking barely remember that. That name rings a bell. I don't know why I didn't remember that name.
Hopefully you will again someday.
Yeah, I don't know. All I remember is like, since that fucking when we went into my mind, there was just a scene etched in there of us like the boat sailing away and like her waving at us from the shoreline. A couple others. So like I don't know, like maybe she's possessed, like or something. So like I don't know how we were gonna save her. That's why I wanted to come here and see if there's like books about this crab, whatever the fuck, and see if they know.
There's lots of different types of resurrection magic. it would be a pretty powerful one to bring her back at this point, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. Like,
Let's ask the librarian about the Crab King. Let's see if we can learn more about him and what they do to the people they get. Let's
that
start
sounds
there.
good.
Okay. Hazel's gonna like lead everything because she doesn't know how drunk Mateo may or may not be.
Mateo pulls out a flask as she's talking.
And as he's doing that, she reaches over without looking and just pushes his hand down.
You're no fun.
Not around the books. Not around the books. They see everything.
That's oddly worrying.
Listen, you remember what went down here. They kind of literally do.
Yeah, no, I do technically remember that, yeah. Yeah.
So we would just get some information about the Crab King. Anything that might help us about how he has his servants and whatnot.
There's honestly not a lot of research about any one specific person that's the Crab King. More so, you recall again, like your mission told you long ago, that it's a long history.
Mm-hmm.
It is over millennia, people calling themselves the Crab King in the Crab King Pass, and essentially being a menace to, the shipping routes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, library's no help. Just burn it down again. I'm kidding.
We just rebuilt this city.
We built this city.
I almost said on rock and roll, but
yeah, I don't know. It's not a this year thing. I need to have a year to fucking sober up. Then maybe when, like, I don't know.
I'll ask around.
Yeah.
There-
When are
there
you
might-
going up north for your mom?
Whenever I can get everybody together who wants to come with me.
I'll come with you if you'll have me.
Of course I will. I'm pretty sure
Uh,
Nira would come. I think Taryn would come. I haven't spoken to Evelyn and Safia yet, but I can send them a message and ask if they're interested, but I know they're really busy, so...
Yeah, they're up in what? North Azuria or something?
Yeah, being in charge of boats, I think.
I don't know. Drugs and domes and whatever
Keep
the
in
fuck.
mind that over this year, you guys have gotten together a number of times to complete various, small missions for Yusuf.
So is it reasonable to say that Hazel's probably talked to everybody about it already?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are talking to each other
Yeah.
about the things that's going on in your lives, I assume.
Is that something that everybody wants to go do?
Help me in.
Makes sense.
Evelyn
Yeah.
would have been down.
Okay.
Laurel,
Yeah,
do you
well-
want to?
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll go.
Hey, Laurel, you got time?
She shows up and it's like a beloved sitcom character coming back from being away for a little bit. Everybody in the audience cheers when they bust in the door.
Woo! Honey,
That's
I am
very nice.
home.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
Well,
As we're walking out of the library, though, Matea's gonna turn to Hazel and be like, "You still think about Laurel?"
not as much as I used to.
That's good. I don't know. I'm ready to go kill her. Never thought I'd say that.
I don't think it. Something tells me it won't be that easy, but it's comforting to think that it will be.
No, it's not gonna be easy physically, but it'll be pretty easy emotionally for us. She made that easy.
You think she did that on purpose?
I don't think that was her plan, no matter what she says.
I don't think she does very much on purpose. I haven't heard from her, and I haven't tried to talk to her. And if she,
Is this after she sent the letters?
this is year 1, so I don't think we would have got them yet.
Oh, okay.
Just
'Cause I
Evelyn
wanna
and
say-
Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's listen. To quote one of the great bards, she's just somebody that I used to know. You know.
Um,
Damn it.
Somebody.
I'm gonna call Danny.
Snaps.
And which bard was that?
Oh god. Sir Gautier? I don't know. I blanked on the name.
All right, I was looking for you to come up with something.
And Lady Kimbra, I think she was, you know.
I'm done.
Doja cat.
They're from the north. The Doja of cats.
So
well,
is it
you know-
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, please.
No, I was just gonna ask when that was going down, but if you want to continue your scene, go continue your scene.
It's year 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna do it year 1, are we?
Does Hazel want to get that shit done? I feel like Hazel wants to get that shit done. I feel like this is the last
the
year
mom
one thing.
Oh,
The mom thing is explicitly is year 2 because
Oh,
there's
okay.
a thing she
That's
needs
what I
at
was
level
trying
11.
to,
Yeah.
to get down to. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so then the last thing is on me, I guess.
yeah.
I guess
if everybody
so.
else is done.
I believe so.
One,
Mateo's just gonna go home and make a sandwich.
one lovely fall evening. Evelyn comes up to Sophia. Hey, you know, we've been living in North Azuria again for a little bit, and would you want to maybe take like another walk through the woods like we used to? A nice hike?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. No, I'm not. I don't really feel like it today.
That's okay. We can go tomorrow. It's no big deal.
Goddamn.
Fucking asshole.
Just waits every day until you're ready. So yeah, go on a hike, and Evelyn's doing her best to be like, as this is a normal hike as possible. She's like, oh my god, like, you know, I can actually see the woods now. This is so nice. You know, I remember, you know, this big rock from over here. I used to climb up on it and all this, and she's doing her best to try and even get some like alchemy supplies just through like some gathering, just trying her best to make it as normal as of an experience as possible.
Okay. Sophia is
Yeah.
definitely like focused on finding new shiny rocks that she had noticed on their previous hikes to point out to you, like, okay, you remember that one that I described to you as having green flecks on like 1 centimeter from the far left, it like just going into these very detailed descriptions. And showing them to you, like, this is that rock, and then there's this one, you know, going through the series of ones that she goes by.
You will finally get to see the legendary Dick Tree that you both named when you were 13.
Wow, you know, it really is dick-like.
Yeah.
Like, everyone just said it was like a big dick, but like,
Didn't think they were so accurate, did you?
Wait.
wow.
Wait, I have a question. Does Evelyn even know what a dick looks like?
Yes.
I'm sure she can imagine.
Sophia's explained it if she needed her to.
You get
Hey,
the
roleplay.
idea.
Can we roleplay
Um,
that?
No. That would have been really funny if I was just like, oh, so that's what a dick looks like. Damn. If only I were funnier. Yeah, anyways, while you're pointing out one of these rocks, she maybe one that has some kind of like, you know, pretty quartz on it or something, just something that has some level of shine to it. She kind of reaches towards it like she's about to like pluck one of them out, and reveals from it, what is this? This is so. And she pulls out a little silver band, with a very nice princess cut diamond in the center and some emeralds on either side of it. As she kind of like kneels down, and as she does kneel down, she realizes that we're like looking eye to eye. um, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I just never knew the right moment. And whether our friends should all be there, or um, if it should just be more of like a you and me, or what. But this felt like the right place. This is where I got to meet you and learn who you were, and where we became close, and this just felt right. So, Sophia, will you make me the happiest woman in the world and marry me? She takes a big gulp after she says that.
Sophia, having like first spotted the ring when you pulled it out before like processing the words that you were saying, had like, if you were loosely holding it, would have immediately pulled it out of your hand just to look like, wait, what? And then stood there like silent and just staring at it probably the entire time you were speaking. Um, and kind of as Evelyn finishes up speaking, you see like a tear just roll down Sophia's face as she just looks up at Evelyn and is like, fuck you. Yes.
And she'll like, as she stands up, she'll kind of like pick you up into a big hug and spin you around. And she'll it's in a not mean way, but almost kind of playfully. She kind of like takes the ring back from you. And then, all right, stick out your finger.
Sophia like holds out her middle finger,
Come on, come on.
holds out other hand middle finger.
This,
Okay, fine. And then like gives you the right finger.
and she'll slide it on there, and then she'll bend down to give you a kiss.
Hey, you don't need to bend down. And she like starts climbing up your side basically. And she gives you a kiss back. Like, how long have you had this?
Um, sometime around maybe a little before we went to, where was the lighthouse again? What was the name of that city?
That's what Laurel meant.
No, I don't think she knew about this. I only ever told one person about this, and man, he's gonna be so mad that I did it without him here. He's gonna be so mad.
This is quick interjection.
Uh, I think that Evelyn probably just carries Safia around for the rest of the hike.
Sophia is the entire time just staring at her new ring, just like, oh my god, it shines when I angle it this way and this way. And she's like, I think this is the prettiest rock I've ever seen.
The reflections like definitely shine in Evelyn's eyes a couple times as she's trying to walk. She's like, fuck. She just starts walking with her eyes closed. She's like, no, it really is like it used to be.
Sophia casts blindness on Evelyn.
Well, I knew this day would come. I took advantage of them for too long. I knew the magistrate wasn't worth this. Weight and salt. Well, I guess I should use the orb to at least tell Terran, and then Terran can tell everyone else.
I'm guessing Taryn's the one who's not going to be very happy he's not here.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have
Oh.
hired like an artificer to take a picture or something.
You
But
should.
I just planned it would happen here. I didn't necessarily plan where. You started pointing at the rocks, and I was like, I got this idea, you know?
Oh.
But it just felt right.
Oh.
Well, pick a city, and we'll make my mom pay for it.
Can she also do transportation? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if there's a safer way to get north.
You want to go
If you
north?
want to go, I don't know. I've wanted to go north at some point. Doesn't have to be anytime soon.
I think she could arrange us all to get there.
Well,
She even mentioned something about me getting my own boat, but I don't know if I need that right now.
could be a later goal. We'll rent for now.
Yeah, I think maybe we deal with the whole big bad ancient worm. Maybe we get a boat
Yeah.
after that. Wouldn't want it to, you know. Then they'll be like, now you got to take your own ship there, and then you know.
Gotta pay your own boat insurance.
Plus, it would just be docked all day while I work as the wharf master. So
It's very true.
boring.
Do you think Jack would come work for us on our ship?
When my mom retires, maybe, but he probably wants to retire too. He's even older than she is. I'm sure we can get him to cook for the wedding, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
That
play
sounds-
him to be a little old, but Jackson is 60s.
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna want to be cooking on a boat for much longer.
There's gonna be a moment where he probably wants to settle down, and it's probably with someone. Wing, wing, nudge, nudge. But
Mateo.
He's in the bathroom.
Oh damn.
Marianne will probably never retire. And that means that Jack will probably never retire, because he'll never leave her without a chef.
I love Jack.
So long after he's, jumping overboard and swinging a sword, he'll probably still be peeling potatoes.
It's adorable.
Well, yeah, they hike all the way home, and then Evelyn goes to the orb and casts the sending spell to Terran. I really sorry. I did not wait for you to be around. I love you. She said yes.
Ooh, how quickly does it return? It returns so fucking fast, probably with whiplash. You proposed without me there. I'm so happy for you, but what the fuck? That's it.
Yeah,
He's gonna go relay. Like fucking clockwork telling everybody.
I was right. He was mad, but he's still happy for us.
Listen, your secret is out. Oh, it's out there.
And then she'll take out the sending stone alarm. Mom, I'm getting married.
Oh my god! Do you want to do it on the boat? Where do you want to go? We'll have you honeymoon in the Summer Isles. It's the best place. It's just white sand beaches and pina coladas.
That sounds great. Yeah, we want to do the reception in the north somewhere. We haven't decided yet, but
That's a long way from the Summer Isles. We'll do something else in the Summer Isles then for you. That's a long. We'll do something else in the north for you then.
yeah, sounds good. Maybe maybe the Summer Isles for the honeymoon then.
Yeah, that's like a. We're gonna ignore that. That's like a several month journey by boat.
We could pay for teleportation circles or something.
For sure. Your mother's very happy for you, so is Jack.
Thank God, I was worried.
Imagine if Jack was homophobic this whole time.
Yo, what? I thought you were just friends.
Yeah, I thought you were just
They
roommates.
were
What?
roommates.
You were just like really good.
Not okay, Evelyn.
Oh.
No, never.
It's not a phase, Jack.
No, never.
Aw.
No, he wants to be your best man.
Yeah. Aw, that's cute. I think maybe that could happen. I don't know if I could let Taryn down again.
No,
JK,
remember,
JK,
he wants to be the
JK.
flower man. He wants to do the
Never
dance.
mind, we're okay. We're
Yeah,
okay.
we're good. We're good.
Or at least be your dad, you know, somebody who walk you down the aisle, that type of deal.
Oh yeah, I need to go meet my dad.
Is
What
that
about-
happening year one?
No, we'll do it at the beginning of year 2.
What about Laurel? Can Laurel be your best man?
Oh, no.
If Laurel shows up to my wedding, it's on site.
Oh, shit.
That's her wedding gift to you.
Are we gonna get to see Evelyn in a
She said
wedding
that.
dress?
Hell no. Evelyn's wearing a suit.
Oh, and now that Sophia's been proposed to, she is gonna probably spend the entirety of the first year just planning the wedding and helping Evelyn do like miscellaneous things government wise, but like Evelyn's leading most of it. Sophia's planning the wedding.
Mrs. Safia Silkendig Reed.
Wyvern Rider.
Mrs. Safia Silkendig Reed Evelyn Ryder Reed.
Evelyn
Whoa.
Ryder. Accurate.
And it's an accomplishment.
That's a title. It's at the beginning.
Mounted combatant.
Oh my god.
We made jokes about that early on in the campaign of
Mhm.
getting mounted combatant.
Yeah, got a griffin instead.
Yeah. You would find, honestly, Evelyn, that politics is probably not your forte, as things in the region are a lot more political and a lot more intense than you were probably expecting.
That's okay. She's approaching things from a solutions focused mindset.
Oh,
She is trying to make sure that no matter what, she hears out the people of North Assyria and their concerns and tries her best to work towards that and less towards what the magistrate wants. And she allows some level of piracy, but she does not allow to have her spice through the border. But everything else.
So we're
is
blocking drugs through the port.
just Tavish spice.
Just Tavish spice. Why don't you make me a couple of intimidation checks? I would say that in order to get this done, you'd probably have to be the kind of person to be like, establish a kind of like port authority type deal. I mean, there probably is one, but like rework it. This is work. This is like hard work. You're on the docks every day, like with a torch going through people's boats. Like,
can we say, as part of the assistance that Safia does provide, maybe on days where I would have to do like more talking with people, that I might be able to get a cast of what's that? It's like enhance ability, so I can maybe have advantage on these.
yeah,
Question mark.
sure.
Okay.
And she also gives you a bardic inspiration every day, basically, because she's just focusing on stuff. She doesn't.
How many of these did you want? The first one's a 20.
Yeah, the first one's a nat 20. Give me one more for the first year.
Ooh, not as good. 13. Well, I could. Oh wait.
Still got a
wait,
nat
I could
20.
add the. So +7.
Oh
so
yeah,
20.
you guys this first year hit the docks hard. You are a force to be reckoned with. So much so that you actually halfway through the year find out that people start to go to a different port and start to try and use the like inner salt straits part of the thing. But you establish a team there to hit the ports there as well to kind of stop the drug flow. But you would find out that 90% of this is actually not going through the border, it's going to the border. It's going to the Underdark, where it can then be distributed all over the grasslands and all over the lands between from underneath, basically.
Yeah, that's good.
And Azuria is a little bit... You would honestly have to fight really hard at the city councils of, like, just about every place to be, like, a leader, to try and get people to, like, you know, enforce stuff. Because it doesn't seem like... It seems like you would find that a lot of people are getting bribed by pirates to look the other way. A lot of high-ranking gnomish officials in Azuria and halfling officials are willingly taking bribes.
And again, some level of piracy is okay. I'm willing to work with the pirate. Just don't be bringing Tavish Spice to my fucking port. Also, during this process, I'm assuming I work with a lot of good people that just are regular merchants and
Oh, for
traders
sure.
and,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So now we approach step 1 of Evelyn's plan to try to set up a network of communication with some of these good traders and also with some of the pirates to try to establish this kind of information network, because she needs to start working on that. And with the more reputable people, so less of the pirates, but maybe some of them if they're like, you know, if I feel like they're tight. Trying to set up a basically emergency response team to have dedicated routes from every single port from North Azuria to Cetus, basically, to ensure that any civilians who need to be evacuated in the event of Zarakthar can be done. So any good merchants who are willing to work on that with her, she will be trying to recruit.
So you're trying to convince people to be available to sail all the way to the Summer Isles in the Forgotten Lands to pick people up and take them out of there?
Not necessarily all the way to Cetus, but the ports between, and obviously we're only gonna ask ships who have the proper things in place to be able to go there, to go that far. You know, if you don't have what it takes, maybe I'm asking you to go to L'Oreal, you know. But if you have what it takes to go a little further because your ship is designed to be able to traverse those waters, then obviously we'll be asking those people. And it will not be, you know, this is just a volunteer thing. You know, for people that you bring back to a safe location, you will be paid for.
And it's also like groups of people. Like if they can only get to L'Oreal, and then we'll have another set of ships and people we know in L'Oreal who go from L'Oreal to Cetus.
It's basically a network of people that she could contact and be like, oh my god, it's happening. And then they know the closest port that they are to, and they can go, I'm going here, and she coordinates it from there. It is obviously gonna be not ideal, and this is the beginning stages of, ideally by year 3 this works out.
How much are you willing to pay people for this? Personally, to create this kind of a foundation, because certainly people are not going to do this for free.
Yeah, I don't expect them to do it for free. I don't know what, as like an official in the government, do I have like an amount that I'm like allotted? Does this have to come from my personal income? Am I getting additional money for this position that I have? How
So I would assume that you're being paid by the... You're working at different ports, like all over Azuria, I would assume. Not just in North Azuria, right? So you'd be getting paid by the, like, gnomish government there to be kind of like a wharf warden, specifically, to deal with, like, the ports. And probably the payment's definitely not as good as what Yusuf pays you. It's like...
That's fine.
It's like maybe $1,000 a year.
I will start negotiations at 2 gold per head with people, and I will try to never go above 5 gold a person. You know, I'm assuming these ships are big. They can carry a lot of people. That adds up really quick.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be like... So here's what I'll do for you. In order to pull ships into your employ, like people who are under your, who would come to your aid, I will say that you can invest... Give me a moment to do some math.
Okay. And I guess it is kind of an employment situation.
Per ship, to do this kind of thing, to pay a ship and their whole crew for a mission like that, on staff on demand, I'd have to say 800 gold a ship. Like, to have a fully manned ship, like, ready to do something for you at any point.
How much does Yusuf pay us a year?
11K. And that's not to just, like, you don't just, like, have these people to do whatever you want. But this is to, like, you know, you could do this and we'll say in dividends of, we'll say even 750. In dividends of 750, you can pay an entire ship and a crew of people to do this thing that you're wanting for you. To be on call for you.
Okay, let me take a look at the map really quick, and then I'll get back to you of how many ships I want to hire.
That's the kind of thing I'm working towards. Is like you can do this, being the wharf master. Well, my lovelies, is there anything else in year 1? At the end of year 1, Alisane Caraway gives birth to not 1, but 2 children.
Oh my god.
Twinsies. A little boy and a little girl.
Oh.
Whom's she names Talus after her mother. And what did I name the little kid? Yuri?
Yes, it was Yusuf adjacent.
Yeah. Talus and Yuri.
Dude.
So, there are some babies at Caraway Manor. In case anybody wants to, you know, interact, but...
I will just say, this isn't to be a whole thing, but Hazel definitely tries to do a not creepy, like, witch blessing. We'll see how successful she was at it now.
Shows up with, like, a weird, like, baby doll, but it's, like, made out of mud and twigs.
Exactly.
And Allison is
Only
like,
a
I
couple
don't want them to touch that.
They don't touch it, it's for looking.
Well, but... Where are we supposed to put? Do I put it on the mantelpiece? Do I?
Sure.
Okay.
It watches over them and it draws in bad dreams.
All right. Okay. As long as they don't have to like touch it, that's
no,
good.
It's very delicate. It's very delicate. It looks terrifying.
Yeah, yeah, and she just kind of looks to Yusuf. Put it in the closet. Put it in the closet.
I will go take the doll, and Yusuf will go take the doll and just put it elsewhere.
It probably looks similar to a little thing you've seen sort of tucked into Terran's dreads sometimes, but like a bigger,
horrifying,
scarier version.
full-sized carved human man out of wood. Oh God,
With a bird
that's
skull or a rat
terrifying.
skull.
It's totally not a hidden identify cast on the doll, just to make sure it's a normal doll, and then he plants it in the kids' room.
If it had magic on it, it would be some variant of the bless spell or something, which she does have. So it would be something like that. It's a very sweet thing. It just looks scary.
Yeah, but the end of, I guess the end of year one would be like Alisane's baby shower and then having her baby. Which she would have a big party for, of course. The Caraways they go overboard on everything, so.
Hell yeah.
Hired the whimsical worm to, cater to Caraway Manor.
That's cute.
Year two, my lovelies. You all level up to level 11.
Woo!
And during this year, you guys go on a couple of missions, mostly just your standard monster hunting or small diplomacy missions through Yusuf. Just like meeting with people, solving small petty conflicts, and getting paid buku bucks for it.
We got Karen, Manny.
The first year, by all means, things seem really hopeful. Like, the city, this new government, is kind of working its way out, and people seem happy, and there's no war, and there's no imminent fright and death hanging above everyone.
So for now, I'm just gonna hire 4 ships.
Each one can refugee probably 75 to 100 people max.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much on it for the first year, just in case. Also,
But yeah,
simply
establishing the
very distracted with the vetting
connections.
process. But yeah, the 4 of them are taught how to properly respond to pick up 2 ships to L'Oreal and 2 ships to Fair Wharf. For now, just in the case of any kind of an emergency.
Sure. What do you call your company? Or this group? Do you have a name for it? When you start to buy ships and stuff, most people, they want to know, the name of the people who they're working for.
The Reed Speed Emergency.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought that far ahead. I just wanted to make sure that the people that I care about have a way to get out of a city that's on fire if need be. But I guess if I'm paying these people all this money, I could probably also just be like, hey, can you go do this thing for me sometimes?
Yeah, you are. No, I mean, you're like... I mean, I assume they're doing small other things, to do, merchant services. But, yeah, no, you bought these ships, basically.
Cool. Well, yeah, I make 3K less a year now.
Yeah, and you own ships, so think about what to do with them.
We take 300 people to our wedding.
Yeah, in 3 months. No.
You say 3 months. 3
Um,
Yeah, getting to the north seems we gotta go around a lot of land if we would want to take a boat.
if you want to sail, yeah. Now you see why magic is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So where you want to go, like Oathguard? What's cool up
Yeah.
there? That's the only golden city they got.
No,
That is not true.
No,
Last Earth, like
Last Hearth
Last
is an
Hearth.
eternal city, and also so is Deep Hollow.
Last Hearth is the city that Sophia's always wanted to go to. That's like her
Wait, which one?
Last Hearth.
Alright.
What's the last hearth?
I don't know. It just looked cool. I read the descriptions. I picked one I liked.
So, summer wedding, because it's cold up there.
Sounds good.
We can't expect Taryn to want to wear sleeves.
If he does wear sleeves, he's gonna
freeze.
rip them off.
Yeah, he'll freeze. Oh, he'll freeze. Yeah, he'll choose that life.
It's the principle.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
One hundred percent. Yeah, no, he'll freeze.
The biggest, puffiest vest you've ever seen.
So, if you're a fire genasi, what happens if you like get caught in the snow or something?
Say your prayer.
Freeze.
Oh, you asking me that question because I don't fucking know.
Maybe it is.
She's like a child who's just found out about science. Like,
Science rules.
Bill
Yeah,
Nye
sure.
the Science
Probably
Guy.
Science
Yeah.
guy.
Bill.
Bill, like in the science Niken. I don't remember what it was.
The
Yeah, close.
Spectre.
Bill Niken, the science lichen. Bill Nidra, the science hydra.
Oh my god. Missed
I
that.
forgot. I love that. We need the
Yeah.
second one, but I forgot.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I saw you uploaded a picture of like somebody who was Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and they never came up. And I'm sad that I didn't get to learn what happened, what the character was that was Dwayne the Rock Johnson, or what his name was.
Yeah, there was two people who were on the Spectre's side. I think it was the Spectre's side. Who were named after that. One was named after Kevin Hart and one was named after The Rock, but they were like opposites. You know, Kevin Hart was like a really big buff guy, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson was like a little guy. It was supposed to be
Anyway,
funny.
it seems like we're about to have a northern adventure in year 2.
Well, I'm sure there are things that happen before summer. Oh wait, we're also going to the north to save Hazel's mom, aren't we?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna have a very northern adventure.
Yo, you're
We don't
choosing
need to have
north.
a wedding up there if we're gonna go visit there.
Well, why not?
It's such a schlep for so many people.
Wow, you really did choose a destination wedding, Sophia? Come on.
That's like exactly what she would do. I don't know. I'm confused.
Okay, I'm about to say the most me thing ever. I read a Reddit story this morning
Oh god.
about a.
What is this Reddit you speak of?
Were you reading it or was it read to you while Minecraft?
I
before
was
it happened?
actually reading
Yeah.
it. Believe it
Okay,
or
okay,
not.
okay.
It might
I
be
hope you
Subway
realize every
Surfers.
time I see one of those videos now, I hear your voice.
Yeah, was Subway Surfers playing in the background?
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Was it Scaling Stories, the OG, the best one on TikTok?
My fucking battery's not loading.
Oh, you should do the wedding in the Summer Isles, though.
Why are you choosing the farthest fucking places?
Isn't that already the low North Azuria?
No, it's down all the way over here.
No, it's closer to Solara.
So I mean, the Summer Isles is closer to Azuria than Deep Hollow is, or
For
Last
sure.
Hearth is, by a long
Sail
shot.
there.
Yeah, we went to the Summer Isles. We were in Botshot.
Yeah, you guys stopped off in Botsat. It was very nice. You saw the crystal white beaches and the.
We could have our wedding in Saridong. That can't be how that's pronounced, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
Listen,
Saradong.
they should be sorry. Okay.
Saradong. Yeah.
We could have it at the volcano.
You could have your wedding in Kessinger, where Brooke's from.
Ooh, I'm just kidding.
Bye.
You could have your wedding in the great city of Solora and invite everyone, like Zarakthar.
Mm.
Scrolls down
I'm
to the bottom.
for an invitation, Safia.
Dragon comes in with just like the tiniest little bow on.
Yeah, just the littlest bow tie.
Mateo, can you accept my trade, please?
He told you that his foundry wasn't loading.
Oh.
There.
Oh. Oh.
I vote we just do the wedding local.
You want like everyone comes to North Azure, or we go back to L'Oreal?
Probably go back to
Amethyst Palace wedding?
No. No
So
weird
bad.
dragon voice from beyond.
What about at the Caraway Manor?
But it's such a shiny rock.
Oh, backyard wedding? At
There's a large enough
Terrace.
garden for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hazel saw the garden possibly for the first time, so she,
Very true.
you know.
Then we have to worry about guests getting hit in the head with a rock.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. It's called Get Good.
Have to hire someone to come play defense. I mean, you don't really want to have it at the Amethyst Palace, do you?
No, it's a little too close.
I know it's a shiny rock, but like, we're not really part of the magistrate anymore.
Yeah, it's a little too close to.
I mean, the Amethyst Palace is still an absolutely opulent place to have your wedding. Like, it is a just absolutely massive building where sometimes entire rooms are made out of amethyst. Like, it's you could rent it out to have your wedding and not be part of the magistrate. It's kind of the thing that like kings and princes have aspired to do for millennia. It's the most opulent castle in all the realm.
I will officiate.
I do
Requested
feel
as a payment for serving the city.
I do feel like that is what's like Safia would want that. It's just like the magistrate.
But imagine all the gifts you would have if you had to have a wedding. at
Yeah, but
Amethyst
imagine
Palace.
all the gifts you would get if you had a magistrate wedding.
Everyone would feel obligated.
We're not getting married for gifts, though. We're getting
We're
married.
fine on
for
money
stuff.
and all that. We
Yeah.
just.
I
It's a
would
really
much rather have it at the Ember, truth be told, than the palace. There are many other better places.
No.
At the Ember? Alright, yeah. You could rent the Ember.
We could always do it on the ship. The
Oh.
captain can, you know, officiate a wedding on ship.
Can it be a ship with a really pretty rock on it? It's my compromise. I get to buy a really pretty rock.
I was joking. I mean, we can do it on the ship, but
I got it. I got the best place to have the wedding. Okay, hear me out. Crab Island.
No.
all right. Somebody go ahead with their year 2, and I'll DM Tuna back and forth. We'll figure it out. Hey, I don't want to take up too much time.
What else are we doing year 2, my lovelies? Does anybody else have any year 2 plans?
I mean, the big one for Hazel also involves going north, so I don't know if that's the one we want to not do right away, because that would presumably take a chunk of time.
Mira's not from here, so a lot of her plans are just dependent on everyone else doing things.
Let's see.
Some point early in year 2, Mateo comes home, and there is a letter on the dining room table that's addressed to him.
That's what it sounded like when he heard it, when he found the letter.
Canon, yes. Here, I'll read the letter out loud for everybody. With cake in my mouth. Sorry. Letter to Mateo. Did that send in the chat for everybody to see?
I don't see anything.
Oh, okay, that's not working.
That got sent to just the game master. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sorry. Dear Mateo, I will never be Brooke's replacement, no matter how much you tried to make me one. Oh, damn. And you can try over and over again until the day you forgot her. Maybe just convinced yourself you had. I don't blame you for that. We all carry our grief in different ways. We all bury parts of ourselves to survive. But you should understand that forgetting her was your choice, just as this, everything I've done and everything I will do is mine. I found your friend. She says hi. She misses you. I don't know if she expects you to remember, or if she's just hoping that some part of you still feels the weight of what you left behind. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it never did. You always told me that doing the right thing is what matters most, and no matter what people say, no matter what the cost, standing on the right side of history is worth it. But tell me, Mateo, what happens when history is written by those who never stood in the fire? What happens when the right thing leads you back into the dark with no promise of light at the other end? I am selfish. I always have been. I don't regret it. I won't apologize for it. I won't ask you for forgiveness. Not for this, not for anything. If you ever find yourself standing at the edge of everything, looking for the truth beneath the lies, take a step forward. Just one. Maybe then you'll understand. Laurel. Wow, fuck you, Laurel.
Woof.
Damn, she just told me that I was gonna be like the strongest person ever one day.
You hear a scream come from Mateo's room, followed by, I'm gonna kill that bitch.
I think the door opens and Quilbert just flies in holding a tiny little bottle of some alcohol and presents it to you.
That alcohol disappears very quickly.
And then you hear in your head, I'm sure we'll get her. She doesn't really know what happened or what you're screaming about, but she knows who you're screaming about.
After a couple moments, I don't know how long this spell lasts, but I'm gonna canon this shit as. After like a couple minutes, you hear back, she wasn't wrong.
Oof. Oh. Doesn't mean she was completely right either.
Yeah. After a couple days after that incident, he's probably not going to mention it for a bit, but he will go and probably talk to Hazel about it. Show her the letter. She's not wrong.
Are you sure?
I ain't sure of shit anymore, but I have no reason to think she's lying about any of it.
Well, what she's saying is from her extremely fucked up and unhinged interpretation of things. You have to remember, she's looking at things through the filter of whatever made her think it was a good idea to do what she did. So remember that that's who is making all these claims to you.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know. She's like, I fucking hate her. I really do.
I
Like,
know.
I don't know how I stood up for her a fucking year ago. Or however fucking long ago it was now. But she's just like fucking like, that's everything I've been thinking. It's like, you know, I left her there, never went back for her. Then I forgot her.
I mean, we all wanted to go back, but we didn't really have the power then. We barely escaped with our lives the first time, and then everything just kept happening. And then it kept continuing to happen, and then kept happening. And next thing you know, it's years later, and It doesn't mean that we don't think about it. I mean, I technically could have brought my mother back a while ago. Am I a selfish person because I haven't done it yet? Because I wanted to make sure that I would be able to do it in the way that I think is best?
But you didn't actively choose to forget your mother.
I'm never going to begrudge you for what you do when you're dealing with grief.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I did it for a stupid fucking magic item. That was it. I
Shit.
just fucking traded all those memories for a fucking belt.
It's a really nice belt.
Yeah, but isn't that like the fucking whole point? Like, what every fucking moral story that you're taught as kids does teach you is like the person who trades family or whatever for a fucking item is like the worst person in the world. Like, they end up with nothing.
Only if that's why you did it. I don't think you did it for the belt. I think that you thought it would help if you could forget. So that was why you chose to give that up. It wasn't like you were like, I'm going to trade this for this. This is my, it's. It was a situation that presented itself in a very specific way that you used in a way that you thought would be useful to you. To help you feel less pain.
You have a very kind way with words.
Oh, I try. I've learned it from saying them in my own head to myself for a long time.
You feel those same thoughts about your mother? Or did you?
I mean, there's always guilt, you know? When someone dies when you're not there, even though I couldn't have done anything to save her, I just would have been dead next to her, but. Which, you don't remember the island that well? I do. And if we had tried to get her out, there would have been a bunch more bodies on that island.
Yeah. How long ago did your mother pass?
It was a few years before I went to, what the fuck, Lutaria. Just wandered for a while.
Yeah.
And if you don't learn how to speak to yourself kindly in a situation like that, that's how you become the scary witch in the woods.
Well, we're probably gonna see that scary side when we see Laurel again.
I guess we'll see. I really don't know how I'll react, honestly. It won't be happy, but
No. If anyone could stay calm during it, it would be you, though.
I'll try. Or maybe I won't.
I don't think we're gonna go this year. I don't know. I don't know when I want to go to Crab Island.
Well,
I want to go, but
why don't we just, it seems like he's a pretty mythical being. There's probably things to be potentially learned about them anywhere. So, anywhere that has ships that might cross those waters. So, while we're traveling, we can ask people.
You think Evelyn's hot mom would know about it?
Probably. She's definitely sailed those waters.
Yeah. Maybe during the wedding I'll ask her a bit.
It's a good idea. Maybe before she's drunk, unless she's already drunk. I don't know her well enough to know how drunk she'll be in the morning. So.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
I know. Thank you.
Okay.
You're a good friend.
I try. So are you. You know
Same.
that too, right?
I try, but I don't know if I succeed.
Well, the people around you are the ones who get to make that decision, so I'm the one telling you that it's true.
Well, I have proof of one failure already, and he holds up the letter.
That one's on all of us.
But she sent fucking. Look at the letter she sent Evelyn and Sophia. It's like, I don't know. I don't want her to fucking blow smoke up my ass and pretend I'm the greatest, but it is
This-
self-reflection.
This letter felt like she wanted to hurt you, and I don't really know why. It felt intentional, and that's not fair to you.
Maybe they're all intentional. Maybe she's just trying to weaken us.
Could be. I don't know if she's got that kind of brain for that kind of strategy, but maybe her new bestie does. Probably.
Do you think she's goading us into going there?
Maybe. Maybe once we get more of these letters, if she's doling out any extras, we'll be able to figure that out.
Yeah.
By the way, installed in the house now is like a little. Think of it kind of like the old school way you would like clock into work by like putting your little timesheet into the machine and then it would snap in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those, but it's just like one of these little business cards for Evelyn that you guys can use at any time.
Okay.
Slot it in the machine and then it'll activate. You could talk and then take it out when you're done. And it'll
That's
send it right to our little orb thing.
Okay. Well, if you want to
Also-
talk to another letter receiver.
Sometime during year 2, you all receive invitations to it's a save the date for the Manor of the Moonlit Roses. Is that what it was called?
Ooh, that
Yeah, I
sounds
think that's what it's called. That's what we decided on.
Who all do you invite?
Ludwig!
The entire crew of the Hellcat, the entire crew of the Fat Duke, Selly, Nelly, the Caraways, Willen, Cedric, Ludwig, the entire Dairy family, Kaylin and Miki, Lily Lavender, Sophia's family, all of the Quill, which obviously includes Nira. You're part of the Quill. Don't fucking act like you're not. And then we will
Wait,
carefully...
all of the Quill, including Laurel?
No, not Laurel. Fuck her. But Nira is definitely included. We also send invites to Thalindra and Silara, both with a +1.
You send it to your
Okay.
sister?
Yeah, the entire Dairy family.
Was Ludwig on that list?
Ludwig was on that list. Ain't that crazy?
I didn't hear if he was or
Even
not.
presented by me. I didn't even. He has to. It would be so mean not to.
Did you
Everyone-
invite
He
Severus?
does want to. No, fuck him. We didn't invite Tala either.
Fair enough.
What?
I don't know her like that.
Yeah, but she'll send like a gift. Be like, oh, here's 20,000 gold.
Everyone
know.
but your bird friends come.
Kaylin and Miki don't come.
It's a long flight.
Bro. I guess they can't teleport because of
Fine.
the lines, so I
Yeah,
no,
it's a
I
little
get it,
harder
I
for
get it.
them to come.
I get it. Do they at least send like a gift basket?
For sure. They at least not RSVP, but at least send a letter of like best regards and stuff.
In it is a bunch of like dead mealworms of different color variety.
So you invite a number of people from your family, correct?
Yeah, both families.
Lur, as well as who else?
I don't know like how big the Dairy family is, but she sent a letter that was addressed to the family. Saying that anyone who wants to come was invited, and then in that letter is also a subsect addressed to Arthur, being like, "Hey, I know. In case you don't know, hi. You don't have to like do anything special, but it would be cool if you were there."
So you're basically like, I'm your daughter.
I mean, I assume he has to know.
Does he?
I don't know. You tell me, God.
How many bastard children do you think this guy has?
What a question Evelyn doesn't want to think about.
You have to go there. I keep waiting for you to go there. You have to go there to figure these things out.
I'm sending him a letter.
Okay.
If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. It's addressed to the whole family, and then he will have like a separate.
You
letter
get
in
a
there, and
response.
Lur will also have a separate letter.
You get a response that says that Lur, as well as several envoys from the Derry family, will be in attendance.
Okay.
It does not say whether or not Sir Arthur Derry will be there, but it does say that several envoys from the Derry family will be in attendance, including Lur.
Yeah. And Lily can have a +1 as well. Yeah, I don't know who she would bring.
Lily
Yeah.
Lavender has a +1. Okay.
It better not be. It better not
Severus.
be anyone else from the fucking.
It's a Nora Vale.
Like, I'll be real mad if she brings Redia, you know?
Who else is she gonna bring? That's her mom.
Wait, that's her mom?
I mean,
What?
basically.
Spoilers?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Basically,
Oh.
it's different.
Spoilers.
I mean, have you
Spoilers.
seen Lily Lavender have parents? No, but she's
No.
clearly got Redia Lauren and Perseus Davenforth taking care of her.
I
Spoilers.
guess. I don't like Redia.
Look, read a little deeper, guys. Read a little deeper.
Redia
No.
a little deeper.
I
guys.
was gonna say reading a little
Spoilers.
But yeah, I don't know anything. I don't think we've ever been to this Manor of the Moonlit Roses, but it has a cool name, and I wrote it down a long time ago, so here we are.
This is in L'Oreal, right?
Yes, it is part of. Hang on. I wrote down all the
Spire
areas with
Cliff.
all of their names.
Sounds like a Spire Cliff place.
I think so. No, it's an old town.
Okay.
It's yeah, I wrote down Old Town, oldest, most prestigious, the Amethyst Palace, Manor of the Moonlit Roses, Castle Cloudhaven Retreat, Noble Nest Suites, Whimsical Wyvern. Bunch
Yeah.
of shit. But yeah, I don't know. Manor of the Moonlit Roses sounds cool and very pretty. Good spot.
Is anything else happening before this wedding?
hedgehog wedding. There's a
Yeah,
hedgehog
there is a
wedding.
hedgehog wedding.
Beginning
Yeah.
and end. That's it. Everybody's invited. It's like one of those obnoxious, like, my cats are getting married style weddings, and there is like a tiny suit and a tiny like bridal veil. It's stupid.
But
You
you,
guys-
know who's here for it?
Mhm.
Nira, duh.
Oh, well, yeah. I feel like Nira is the one walking the bride hedgehog down the aisle.
just footballing it.
Just like, it's time to crank these hogs one last time. It's not the last time.
And now they crank each other.
Ew.
And then Nira very delicately holds both hedgehogs and says, "And then they kiss." And then they make some
Exactly.
kiss.
Let me see if I can find. And then the rest of the night is mostly them running around the floor exactly like that, like the GIF that I posted. So.
Oh, God, so cute.
The worst part of this campaign ending is I won't have an excuse to share hedgehog gifts every single week.
Not unless you find one in Zylander.
Do you have like a list of ways to pronounce it different?
No.
Zweihanda.
Off the cuff every time. So yeah, there's a hedgehog wedding.
Yeah, the only other thing I wrote down for this year was to continue working on the network, and eventually I want to talk to Selly, but that's after the wedding.
Because I think going north will be after your wedding.
All right, then it's wedding time.
Dun 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 dun.
Wedding number 1.
Number 2.
Wedding number 2.
Don't disrespect the hogs,
We
okay?
all just attended the hedgehog wedding. It was
There was-
lovely.
There was a tiny bouquet thrown that Sophia caught, so
Oh,
It
don't
foreshadowed.
exactly.
Don't forget to cue the boss music, though. No,
Why boss music?
it was just a joke. It was a joke.
Cole's trying to joke.
That
Laurel's
Laurel's gonna come.
crash the wedding.
What if she does and we didn't know?
Wow.
You have like detect magic, detect invisibility bouncers everywhere.
We invited Willen.
There
who
you go.
has Devil Sight, so he'll know.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to steal the scene. The Manor of the Moonlit Roses is just a very nice old building. Very nice stone lattice work and a huge ballroom and a nice place to get married. You could hold a huge banquet. You could have it catered by anyone who you want. And you already said who you wanted in attendance, so...
Yeah, oh yeah, how much does this cost us?
5 gold.
Fucking a couple hundred gold. Like 300 gold.
No, if this isn't a 3,000 gold wedding,
I'm pretty sure that Safia is spending well over 3,000.
Yes.
The dress alone, you know?
So that's to,
Um,
like, buy the venue.
Okay, well, you guys can tell that Safia spent a lot of money on this wedding.
Yeah, it's like the nicest food you could get, the nicest setting, everything, you know. It's $2,000.
How much money do you want to spend on your wedding? That's what I should ask you.
11,000.
Jesus fuck.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The plates are coated in edible gold. You can literally eat the plates when you're done with them. Opulence pours from this. Every peasant in the city is crowding through the door to try and get a look at the couple who spent literally the most amount of money that's ever been spent on a wedding.
There are shiny rocks everywhere. Like, the whole place looks bedazzled in a way.
Hanging from the ceiling, suspended by like threads you can't see. There's just floating rocks everywhere. Or they're literally floating. Magic, I guess, is real here. I suppose.
Dumbass.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Thousands of little glimmering crystals hover above the crowd as people dance and have fun all night.
Evelyn wears a very like dark jet black tux that has these like diamond encrusting into it, so it almost looks like a galaxy of just stars, just the night sky with no light pollution, and it looks incredible. And she's got like a green bow tie on with that, just to add a little bit of the green flair that she normally has.
Safia is wearing. Shut up.
My favorite designer.
Candidate.
It's my my startled sound, but Safia is wearing like this very, you know, beautiful, elegant dress. It matches the rest of the room, and you can see like every inch of the fabric is covered in some sort of like crystal stone thing woven in. Like it's very elaborate. It is like a very light color, but if you look closely, you can see it's like a whole bunch of different colors all kind of like rainbowed together to give this almost holographic illusion. And she is, sobbing the whole time.
By the
Literally
way,
the entire time.
at this wedding, there are twice as many gnomes as there are the rest of everyone here. For every person that you guys invited from Sophia's family, there was not a +1, there was a +3.
Aww.
Her whole family's here.
There's like a double-decker table on my side of the room with all of my cousins.
Yeah, just absolutely, piled on top of each other at tables.
Yeah.
Fuck. Or I guess that's what the gnomes do. That's all they do.
I ain't write no vows, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a phony.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow. Wow.
Look, we were told we only had an hour per session. I didn't want to go too long.
Coward.
I want to play frilly, you guys.
Me too.
But it's a lovely evening where we're all there and we're all having a wonderful time. Except for your Laurel. Because she's a whack bitch.
Yes, everyone has a wonderful time. Cedric and Nellie are there. Ludwig comes. Willen comes.
Evelyn
lovely
tries to get a
evening.
dance with Willen before the night is over. Does Arthur come?
So, Lur Derry shows up, as well as a number of other people from your family who come bearing the crests, this falling star.
Hello, family.
Sorry, I'm calculating my words. I'm formulating.
You're good.
But no, your father's not here. But you do get to meet, I will say, 3 other people who are introduced to you as quote-unquote siblings. Or other members of the Derry family of various ages. A man and then 2 other fighter-looking women who are all kind of sizing you up. But they're all very nice.
Don't judge my
and
current appearance. I'm
dignified.
You know, I've eaten a lot today.
Okay, hang on. Let me pull back out my Lur voice. Should I call you sister?
If you so please. What would you prefer? I know I'm not official. She kind of chuckles.
Well, you're not alone, that's for sure. Don't expect much.
Has a bastard ever been sword of the morning?
Never.
Just another name, a reason for my name to go in the history books.
I
Have a
should
lovely
like
night,
to see you
sister.
try.
Thank you for coming. She
She
goes
gestures
for a hug.
Yeah, she gives you a hug. and then presents you with a gift. The gift is it's a house cloak.
It's official. Let's go. Why, thank you, sister. I'll cherish this.
You should come to Starfall sometime. I'm sure you will.
I plan to, by the end of the year.
We have much to talk about.
And hopefully some training to do.
Finally get that sparring session you wanted.
I've been itching for that. Well, enjoy your night. The bar is paid for. I think I'll go get myself another.
Yeah. The gift is just a cloak of purple with a golden kind of very nice border. And then this sigil on it, which is of the Starfall. This meteor. It is on a star, a golden star falling on a purple field.
Nice. She doesn't wear it for the night, for fear of spilling alcohol on it, because she gets trashed.
Sapia is equally as trashed, and I'm presuming spending like basically the entire night dancing with Evelyn or following her wherever she goes.
We all three, or the both of us, try to dance with Willem.
Oh yeah, the whole time you
Oh,
were
yeah.
dancing with Willen, I was just sitting on your shoulders asleep, like taking my mid-wedding nap, you know?
Who's
Mid-wedding
Willen
nap.
dancing with?
Well, definitely accepts the one dance from Evelyn. Outside of that, that's a good question. Ludwig, they're tight.
Yeah. Honestly, I've thought about their little bromance a bit. I feel like they could have a little bromance. But I don't know. I've been for a really ever since that train trip a ways earlier, I've been thinking of the Will and Ludwig kind of funny buddy relationship. Like I'd love to see a buddy cop movie where it's Willen and Ludwig.
But yeah, Willen's down to dance with anyone, you know. Being Arrow Ace kind of makes it so that you just like are down to do whatever with anyone. Who cares? No judgment. Let's vibe.
He's just doing he and Ludwig are just doing the Macarena, you know, just having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, Alisane is there as well. She wishes you a happy wedding and all of that. I didn't have a list of like wedding gifts that you guys get, but you
It's
guys get a
fine.
number of wedding
I don't think
gifts
we're
from
worried
a lot
about
of
that.
people.
Yeah.
I still have to figure one out. That isn't just another creepy witch doll. It's been done already, so.
Alisane gets you your own Mr. Handy robot for your house in Azuria.
Let's go.
Mm.
That's what I was hoping for.
And she basically she makes sure to look at you and say, and this one takes care of little babies too, and gives you a little wink. New software. And she winks twice.
Heard. Thank you. We're not having kids.
Sounds good.
I'm happy to be a donor.
But
Why
yeah.
would we invite you?
Well, it's, you know, obligation and all.
Is it?
I mean, look at him. He's just drinking over there alone. We should go say hi.
I'm good.
I'll go say hi. And you're
Have
up on
fun.
my shoulders, so...
No. Sophia like tries to roll off, but is too drunk to actually get off.
Mood.
Evelyn grabs one of the, like, floating gems and hands it to Safia as she walks over. Mateo, friend, how are you?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm, congratulations. Yeah, you did it. That's the word.
World's best cup of coffee.
Yeah, congratulations. Sorry. No, it's your special day. No, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Are you want to like dance? You want to like have some fun?
Oh, well, I'm just, I'm comfy in my seat. No, you're good. You guys go enjoy it. I don't want to be a sourpuss on your day.
Well, then let's get going. And she picks you up.
Oh, fuck. That's strong word. You guys been having fun in North Azuria?
Fun is a strange word. A lot of work.
Yeah, keep yourself busy. That's fun in a way.
Kind of. I thought I would be working just in North Asia, but I'm actually working in like all the ports in Azuria, and it's a little more draining than I thought it would be. Politics sucks.
Tell me about it. I wonder why I drank myself to death instead of doing politics.
I mean, you could do other things. You're a very capable man.
You're too kind.
I mean, our boss is like literally a spy master, and you're a spy. I feel like there's work, you know?
I don't fucking. I'm tired of spying. I'm tired of all this shit. I'm trying not to bring down the mood of today, but um, but like I don't know, just Laurel Laurel's just being fucking Laurel. That's been on my mind.
She sent you one of them fucking letters.
Yeah, she ripped me a new one.
Wait, really?
You want to read it? He's been like carrying it around in his pocket, reading it like every morning.
Man, you gotta get rid of it. If she's tearing you a new one, you
But
gotta
she's
move
right.
on.
Some
That's the worst
random
part.
party goer's just like, yeah, man, don't let that bitch live rent free. Moves on.
Exactly.
Laurel's a lot of things, right? Definitely not one of them.
I wish. It's just about, the whole fucking Brooke thing.
You fucked Brooke?
No! Fuck! God! Jesus!
You gotta be more careful where you put that word in sentences.
Yeah, I think he just wishes he did.
I am going to vomit.
Proceeds to vomit on floor.
Yeah, Hazel helped me remember what happened with her after I, forgot. Did I ever tell you about it? It doesn't fucking matter.
That's really cool. I didn't know that was like a thing.
Yeah, I just traded the memories for her. Long story short, she helped me remember something I forgot, and I've been really thinking about going back to Lobster Island.
Crab Island.
I'm pretty sure it was Lobster. That's what Hazel said.
It's Crab Island. Yeah, if you want to, I mean, we could tag along for that sometime.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just.
We kind of wanted to go to the Summer Isles for our honeymoon, so we could like help you with that, and then honeymoon after.
Yeah, that sounds actually really nice. Thank you. I'll owe you one after it.
Don't worry about it. I think we'll pass that.
No, you're a married woman now. I can't just have you taking you off on adventures.
Before we were a married couple, we were the Quill.
That's different. You got things back here. I know Sophie's gonna be coming with, but if something were to happen to one of you, I don't know. It's different. It's like, yeah, if one of the Quill dies, that's the fucking worst. But we're not married to the Quill. We're not married to each other.
You know, the reason I fight as hard as I do is because I fight for the people I care about and love. Being surrounded by those you care about in moments like that is exactly what you need.
Yeah. I hate when you're right. It really fucking pisses me off when you're right.
I was gonna say, that must suck, because I'm right like a lot.
Fuck, man. Sure, I'll dance.
Let's
One dance.
go! She starts doing like,
Hey,
she starts
hey,
walking towards
hey,
the
Dance.
dance floor, and she's doing like the as she goes.
All right, everybody, time for another classic Lunaria jam.
Oh my fucking god.
Better not
Just fucking with you.
Damn, I was hoping
No,
for
that
the
that
analog
song is
slide.
super DMCA. No, it definitely they play the slide song. Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Instead of the electric
One
slide,
hop
is
this
it-
time.
Is it the arcane slide?
Yeah, the arcane slide. Crisscross.
But yeah, a great time had by all.
Indeed.
Does Yusuf catch the flowers for this one? Is that how this works? Or is it Taryn? I think it's I think it's Yusuf.
Have you guys ever seen the one video specifically where the guy goes, catches the flowers, picks up the woman, and walks off with her? Like, yeah, no, this is manifesting. Karen got them, went over, grabbed Yusuf, and walked away. Like, thank you.
Yeah,
Just
which
looking
one
at-
of you is the girl?
It's Yusuf.
Does it have to be?
Yeah, which one of you is the girl?
For some reason in
Give
my
it, give it.
mind, for a second, dress Taryn in a fucking funny.
Yusuf in a dress.
Taryn
though.
at a like bridal shop getting fitted for a dress. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I mean, you
Hilarious,
could
right?
keep this.
It's like, as long as there's no sleeves.
Yeah, but
Listen,
most of the time they
Taryn,
don't
you
have
would look
sleeves,
great
so
with a
it's perfect.
sweetheart neckline.
Yeah, I was
It would
gonna
look
say
beautiful on
we're
you.
thinking of a sweetheart neckline here. You know?
Maybe something A-line in the skirt, you know? Maybe a mermaid.
Honestly, when you really
Mm.
think about it, you could go topless and have like the dress bottoms.
Oh my god, they're so
Just going
correct.
as a Chippendales dancer?
And then Yusuf can pull a Winnie the Pooh. It'll be perfect.
Oh my god.
You'll be matching equal parts of a greater whole.
Oh my god! This is.
Ah! That's amazing. Winnie the Poohing it. It's or Donald Ducking it, you know? Sounds like Yusuf. It doesn't.
No.
I have no shame. Avert your eyes if you want to.
Anyways, what else is going on in so immediately follow the wedding, I guess we're going to Crab Isle.
Would I be able to have asked the hags if they know anything about this creature? Just any tidbits that might be useful during one of our coven meetings?
Yeah, about the
The Crab
the Crab
King,
King.
the legend, if there's any like weaknesses or secrets that aren't widely known.
You would find that the hags do know of a greater being known as the Crab King, more so than the rest of, you know, the people around who kind of know of just this tale. The hags tell you that all they know is connection to the doomed city of Solara.
Oh, okay.
It is known that he has some connection there.
But the nature of it is still pretty elusive.
Older than most of these hags know. But that the Crab King is a tale that is related to the city of Solara or the downfall of the dragons in some way. Or at least that the tales started to come out around the same time.
Okay. Well, she's gonna tell that to everybody during one of their like get-togethers. Like I asked some friends that I know about the Crab King, and they told me that there could be a connection to Solara there. So, is there? There's nothing about like the Crab King's existence or anything that we remember about him that reminds us about of like any of the things we saw that in Solar, like the worms or anything, is there? I mean, I know he's a crab, not a worm, but
Why don't you make a history check?
okay. That is the Quilbert sheet. That will not help me.
Have Quilbert make a history check.
Can he actually? He has a +1, which is the same
Smart
as me.
hog.
He's a smart hog. So you know what? You know what? He's not that smart.
Not really, no.
Okay.
No connections.
Well, she floats out that knowledge to everyone before they go anywhere. And she also floats, should we look into buying some kind of resurrection spell that's more powerful than the ones I have at my disposal?
That's probably not a bad idea.
It's technically a spell more powerful than any of us can cast at this point. But I could cast it, it would just maybe fail and waste a bunch of gold.
You would be looking for the true resurrection spell.
Oh, okay, so not just 7th level resurrection. Okay.
Well, you could probably try resurrection. I feel like doesn't resurrection have a time of a year?
It's
You
a
touch dead
century.
creature that has been dead no more than a century that didn't die of old age.
But
It
Gotcha.
also says that isn't
Yeah,
undead.
that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. So so if you are worried about that kind of thing, then your only option would be to procure some sort of true resurrection spell.
Or
But-
reincarnate?
Maybe that one could come back as. Hang on, let me read it. Reincarnate.
Come back as a bunch of different things.
Yeah, it's you roll on like a
You roll on a
D100
table.
table. Let's see.
That might be
That's
the best
nope.
option, though.
10 days.
Now the undead part only matters if in fact Brooke is undead, and if they are, that means you kill them in the undead state,
true.
and then just do it anyway.
Technically, they would just be dead, not undead, right? Because reincarnate has a limit of being
Undead is a
dead for 10
creature
days.
type, okay?
Ah,
Yeah.
Undead is a
Fair-
creature type. If you die and you were undead, you're still a dead undead creature.
so if we're doing true resurrection, that does widen the times the time, so we could like bring her body back until we can afford it, because that's a very expensive spell, like 9th level 25,000 gold spell. Do we even know anyone who can cast a 9th level spell?
No, I don't think so. But that's what I'm trying to say is if you
Yeah.
think that resurrection wouldn't work, the 7th level spell, then your only other option is going to be the true resurrection spell. If you feel like she is undead and she's not going to be able to be brought back, then
Well, we can afford resurrection pretty easily as a group. Like buying a scroll of it, I think, because it's. I mean, I don't know how much is a 7th level spell scroll. Let's start there.
let me check.
Okay.
So that would be a very rare item for 9th.
7th.
I think you're gonna have to be creating it at the same level either way.
Like it doesn't go up in rarity from 7 to 9, basically.
Yeah. They're both very rare. Or no, a 9th level would be a legendary item. Right? I guess my making magical items... What did I say was for spells? Hang on. Bear with me. Man, I don't know. So 7th level, how much did I make, Laurel? I made you pay like 1,000 gold for a 7th level spell.
Yes.
Pretty sure it was 1,000 gold, yeah.
I was at 1,100, and I bought 2 of them.
Yeah, 1,100 gold for a 7th level spell.
Okay, so it'll be
For a
2,100 gold.
9th level spell?
I would go
10k.
6.
Do you still also need to have the reagent for the spell?
For a spell scroll stored spell?
Yeah. Yeah, because 7th level is 1,000 gold, and 9th level True Resurrection is 25,000.
Yes, as an offering.
Yes. Giga Chad. It costs that much money. You guys
So-
have that much money. Figure it out.
I feel like we're gonna try for 7th level. Does anybody disagree?
Laurel disagrees.
Sorry, I
Laurel
was
doesn't
watching
get a
the
vote.
video that Ren sent. What did you ask?
We can
Sorry.
spend 2,100 gold basically to get a spell scroll and the reagent to try 7th level resurrection on Brooke, but if she is undead, it will not work.
Can we take her body back with us and then get the 9th level one after if all that doesn't work?
Yeah, that one's 25,000, which is definitely doable after 4 years. Well, more like 35 if we get a scroll. But it's doable. And that also gives us a timeline of like 100 years or something, so... Yeah. You know what, why don't we just see if we can just bring her body back with us, and then we can figure it out.
Sure.
Anyone disagree?
Mateo?
No, bring her body. Ugh, fuck, we have to kill her?
I mean, she's probably our enemy. Technically, because it's not really her.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Oh. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Fuck. Yes. I agree.
Okay. All right, I'm not picking it up yet. Then we're gonna bring her back, find some things out, and then make a decision. This is a retrieval mission. I can't scry, can I? No.
So, we can do that whole thing as like a real fight if you want. That's what I planned, but maybe we
Yeah, but
want to.
don't take
Maybe
up
we
too much
want
time.
to. No, maybe we want to do that next session, and have that be the start of our next session.
Do you think the combat would take longer than an hour and a half?
I mean, maybe not. I mean, yeah, yes. We can start it now. I mean, you have to explore a castle.
Ah,
And I don't know what we'll have to do up north too for Hazel's thing. So one will happen this week and possibly bleed over, and then the other one will be fully next week.
Why don't we do Hazel's thing first?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
We don't have to, but okay.
No, because then next week we can all come ready to do Crab King stuff, and we can spend as much
Okay.
time next session as we want doing that.
Yeah, because I got to figure out how I use my character again, because I'm completely different build now.
Technically, I could scry, but I didn't take it.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to use our time well. So this is summer of year 2.
Mm-hmm.
When did you plan on having the Hazel's mom thing happen?
I mean, whenever people are free, so I don't know if it would be after the wedding or probably after the wedding, I would think. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Then she would ask everybody to meet her at I'm assuming, are we teleporting or are we taking like the train? We could probably get someone to teleport us, right?
Probably, yeah. That's up to
Okay.
you. What's your plan?
I mean, unless we want to take a boat, I don't think the train goes that far north.
No, we'd take a train and then a boat, presumably. That's how Hazel got there in the first place. She went to Greatport, I think. She went from New Coast to Greatport and then was on foot. Or reverse of that.
So Hazel is from Greenden.
Like around there. She's from the woods around there, yeah. And I think what she had basically been told is she needs to go back to like where her home used to be to try to see if there was something there, like some memory or something like that that could
Yeah.
tell her who did it. So they're going back to her home basically, which is probably in complete ruin by now, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty easily... So, can any of you cast Teleportation Circle, at least yet?
No.
I can.
Really?
Says the rogue. No, I'm a fucking rogue.
It's funny that none of you can cast Teleportation
I can
Circle.
cast
Yusuf can.
teleport. Yeah, Yusuf can. I can cast teleport at level 7, but I cannot cast teleportation circle at level 5 as a witch. Make that make sense? Anyway.
So yeah, I mean, you could literally teleport the whole party to the hut. If you wanted to.
She would have an item from there to localize the spell and make it succeed better. Is anybody not planning to come?
Oh, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
We all are.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
it's your moment. I don't want to infringe too much.
she would ask Taryn to ask Yusuf if they could teleport, if he could teleport everybody to this spot, because I think he's the most powerful spellcaster.
Ask him.
But he really likes you, though.
Listen. He loves me. But
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He loves you too. I think he loves you too.
He barely knows me. He
like-
barely knows me.
At Caraway Manor, the sound of one-year-olds crying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. Yes. Darren's like, yes, babies. My babies.
Listen, if he won't ask her for her, then she will ask. But she's terrified of the Caraways now, so.
Oh my.
Right. Taryn's busy with niece and nephew. It's like, no, don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. They're sweet babies.
Yeah, so
yeah,
she
I'm
would
sure
just
Yusuf can
go
do
ask
it.
him. Yeah, hand him like some
Absolutely.
random, like a stone or some piece of memorabilia that she took from the house before she left. This should help pinpoint it better.
Of course. And your way back?
That's a good point. Maybe we can find someone who can teleport us over there. There are big cities. Maybe I should get a scroll.
Yeah, why didn't we just get a teleportation circle scroll? I'll pay for it. How much are those?
Oh. It's okay, I've got plenty.
Okay.
Teleportation circle is easy to get. It's like 50
Also,
gold or something.
I like command people now. I can't just get us a ship to pick us up. It would be, quite a day's journey back, but
Well, let's get the scroll for now. And I mean, there's always use for a teleportation scroll. So Hazel will go find a teleportation scroll and then see if Yusuf can get them there for the first time.
Easy.
She's only she's much less scared of Yusuf than she is of Alisane.
Yeah, and then teleportation circle is like, I think 100 gold.
Okay. I'm just gonna add a random item. Okay, so I mean, if everybody's ready, let's go. And you could tell she's like, is trying to keep like a brave face, but she's nervous.
hey, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be all right.
Get those big brother head pets on the back of your head. You'll be fine.
Are
Be
you
nervous.
ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yusuf will prepare the circle and do just one final check and wait and see, is everybody sure? Complete the circle and send them on their way.
Portal sound effect.
Sounds like a TARDIS in my head every time, even though it's not Alisane.
Don't I have
casting
the
it.
TARDIS noise? Hang on.
Yeah.
You can all move all the way up to the Great North if you want to move your token up there.
Oh man, I've never moved my token that far. Sort of near. Hazel has a broom. She can technically go over water.
What time of day do you start?
Oh, God.
I'm just curious.
morning?
Just trying to set a scene.
Yeah, probably the morning. It feels like a similar time zone because they're north to south, not that far from each other.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be the morning, but a lot fucking colder than where they came from. She told everybody to dress warmly. She has a little, like
Completely
a...
ignores that. I'm just.
You guys
No, you have
all
a really plush
flash
past.
in just in a very thick forest. Probably the thickest forest that any of you southerners have ever seen. The trees are 10 feet tall at their smallest. And at their largest, large, like, fir trees stretch, 30 feet into the air, 40 feet into the air. Thick, old growth forests around what you can see peeking through at occasional moments is a large, jagged set of green-topped mountains. The air here is immediately a little bit crisper, a little more fresh. You've come straight from a city where there's a little bit of smog and a little bit of, the smell of horses and, city works. But this
A
is
little bit of poop.
fresh northern air.
This is a very Canadian moment for me right now.
Hazel, you recognize the path that you're on, but not immediately where you are for a second, and it takes you a moment to realize, oh yeah, this is a path, although it's very overgrown. I think it would be, and then you turn around and you see what immediately you thought was just a hill. But immediately upon looking at it, it has that same very distinct cut structure of a sod-topped hut that you haven't seen in a few years now. Although this place is heavily overgrown. A forest basically has taken back over in the 4 years that you've been gone.
So she buried what was left of her mother when she was there before she left. And I think even with it being overgrown, she still knows exactly where it is. Because she was a green witch at the time and she grew a bunch of a very specific flower on top of it.
Beneath this one very distinct tree that you used to sit beneath many, many times as a child, you see this very specific clump of flowers. What do they look like?
They look like... Is it too on the nose to say forget-me-nots?
Ooh.
I think they look like forget-me-nots. With one, like, spider lily kind of in the middle. So it's like this shock of red in the middle of it. And I think she goes and kneels next to it, and she hasn't said anything since they got there, which, I mean, she's not the loudest person, but you think her going to her home, she'd be like chatting a lot, but she's not. I think, I'm trying to think of what magic she would use. She's
As
trying
Hazel-
to.
Oh, go on.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, as Hazel is coming to in this place of remembrance and that silent thought period of, I'm coming back home, but is it home and I have to bring my mom back, and what do I do? What do I say? I think Nira's just going to go up and hold her hand and just stand there silent.
You guys, like, she's cried before, but this is like a very silent, shoulders shaking kind of cry, and she just is there for a long minute because she feels a little bit guilty that she left the way she did, even though she doesn't think of this as home anymore. I think the only thing she says out loud is "I'm sorry." Again, very Canadian moment, and she tries to kind of like. I mean, she knows the energy and the magic of the forest really, really well, and I think she tries to just open her mind and her magic and whatever part of her that lived here for so long to just try to feel the memories of the place and see if there's anything left of her mom there who can tell her what happened.
Hazel, make a perception check for me. Beneath a pixie parasol mushroom for just a second, you see the little face of a pixie peer up at you. And it kind of plucks, using the little mushroom as an umbrella, flitters away past you towards the house.
She's gonna follow it.
And as you turn to look over your shoulder to look back at this hut, it's, like I said, it's very distinct. You can tell where the footpath used to be, yet it's overgrown. There's still many well-tended flower beds that are quite overgrown and looking ravenous, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a back garden that looks so overgrown, you probably couldn't even get the door to the fence open.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly full of carnivorous plants.
It's a poison garden for sure, as well. She tells everybody don't touch anything.
Oh, the urge.
And Nero slowly pulls her hand back.
Because it might kill you or it might eat you.
Yep.
So she's saying that she's like trying to act like she wasn't crying.
Yeah. You see this little pixie, and actually you see a number of these little pixies kind of float ethereally through the door to this house, although it is mold-covered old wooden door. It looks like it hasn't been opened in years.
Trying to think if she has any spells. It looks like it's not openable, really, at this point, right?
it's beyond, yeah.
She'd look at Nira and Taryn and be like, I don't think I can... Could one of you open that for me?
On it, boss.
Thank you.
And Nir's going to wrench it open with the force of, 1,000 angry little children.
The little siege weapon that she is.
You start to hack through literal vines and, things that cover this door, but eventually you can make your way into what is at this point, a cave, basically.
Yeah.
You see inside, light kind of barely streams through a small wood-framed window at one corner over, Hazel, would you like to describe what the inside of this hut looks like?
I feel like it's not like TARDIS level, but it does feel bigger, probably because it's somewhat underground, like under the hill. And it looks like it was very much grown and cut from the earth. It's overgrown, but it's not as bad as the yard outside. You can see where there was like textiles and places where they slept, and there's pots and pans and a cauldron and
there are ancient
rotting
runes
vegetation
carved into the doorway. A trail of salt and crystals that decorates the doorway, an entryway through which all of you must step if you one wish to enter into this place.
I would know if it wasn't safe for them, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say she can neutralize the magic, probably, because she lived there. So if there's anything left, she would ask it to stand down, essentially.
Yeah, all throughout this place, you can see that it has been made into... You see this pixie float through, and immediately as you are in this space, you are hit with this wave of memories. Everything that you've ever done here from the time that you were a very, very small child. The old rocking chair still sat there, though it's half part of the ground now and overrun.
Yeah, I think the memories, it almost looks like they hit her physically for a second. She would know if there was like a ritual circle or something like that, or a fairy circle, something that amplifies magic naturally.
Yeah, you actually do see that at the back of this, right on the hearth, what would have been the hearth at one point is a small little circle of mushrooms. Only about a foot wide. But they're all very placed there, specifically little mushrooms of different type and dried flowers and acorns and offerings, something that you would know specifically as a fairy ring.
I think she would go kneel next to it and put her hands in the middle of it and just... I think she'd try to do it through some variation of the sending spell. Trying to communicate with the creatures here, because it does go through language somewhat, to just ask who did it. I'm going to make them pay.
You speak Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
A number of little sprites begin to kind of poke their head out from behind the chimney or behind a small little rock that's blocking them and kind of show themselves to you as you imbibe with this fey energy.
I mean, these are probably pixies that, I don't know how long they live, but there's a good chance she knew them growing up.
Yeah, I mean, you would know that these are probably the same pixies who have lived in this place for a very long time. They probably even helped your mom do things once upon a time.
Yeah. She would hold out her hands to see if any of them would land in her palms that are sort of cupped together in front of her.
It's been a while, but noticing your fey energy eventually, one with this these elaborate purple shimmery set of wings, kind of flutters over and does a little float in front of your hands. Have you returned? It says in Sylvan.
And she's gonna respond in Sylvan, only to finish some important business. I'm gonna bring her back.
I'm sure the sprites would like that very much.
I agree.
No one's been here to tend the circle for years, it seems.
Well, I think we need to fix that. And
Not so long, though. Things can still be changed.
of course they can. The best way to do it is with the blood of those who took her from us.
They came clad in furs.
Do you remember what they looked like? Their faces, their names? She's going to have detect thoughts going, but in a way that it's like the pixies would know that she's not trying to steal anything that they don't want to give up, more to just see if there's any images that they want to show her.
One pixie, green. Another pixie, blue, black. The sigil of House Oakcaster.
And I know who that is, I'm assuming.
It's the nearest big city. Well, I guess other than like Saltstone. One of the nearest big cities.
Was the master of that house that sent them here.
It is not always he who gives the order who swings the sword.
But he's still the reason that the sword got swung in the first place.
A king, but could be made of folly. Is this what you seek? The Fey Council has sought the downfall of man for a long time.
I seek the downfall of this man. Blood for blood.
What court are you of?
Technically, she does more associate with, like, the Unseelie, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, she would, you know. I have no qualms with the Seelie, but you know who my mother is.
Perhaps you should treat with them. Guidance has not been given from a Fey court in long. Since before the Age of Man.
Speak with the Unseelie. I mean, I can do that.
Show you the way. We could show you the way. And all of their voices kind of echo.
Show me the way.
You guys want to go to the Feywild?
I was not expecting that.
Hey, yo, let's go.
I mean, where do you think the Unseelie court is?
Yeah. Well, as soon as you said go speak to the Unseelie, I was like, fuck. Does anyone not want to do that?
Isn't Tom like
Yes.
fucky there?
Not always. As I understand it, it's not. It can be, but there are ways to fix it before you come back. Right? I'm not talking on my butt on that, am I, Trinket?
You've never been to the Feywild.
Is that something I would have known from my
Your
hag mom talking about
yeah,
the
I was gonna
Feywild?
say your hag mom would have told you a lot of things about how like it's an amazing, wonderful place to go. But yeah, time is weird there for sure.
Well, I don't expect any of you to sacrifice anything like this for me, so.
You could also tell these pixies to fuck off.
We could also just go after the one who called the job, because we have a pretty good idea of who that is now.
It was House Oakcaster of
Yeah.
Oakcaster.
What's a Seelie?
And what makes them not Sealy?
They're kind of two sides of the same Fey coin. A lot of people make assumptions for the Unseelie because they're not always pretty. But there's plenty of ugly in the Seelie court.
Oh, they're unseemly. I get it.
You should stay. Yes, rebuild the circle. Yes, and refinish the garden, these pixies say in Sylvan. You all hear, the rest of you who don't speak Sylvan just hear, like, this disembodied giggling as these little sprites kind of fly around.
Hazel would stand up. And she would say, that can't be me anymore. But I'm going to restore the one who always kept a circle for you.
But with the bones and flesh of just one of them, we could bring her back.
That's the plan. Are you saying that you could bring her back? Because I know others who can, and have already promised to do so.
Help can be given.
Listen, I feel like Hazel knows never trust a pixie.
The pixies of the forest need someone to tend the circles. Perhaps one of your friends could stay.
I'll stay. Okay.
Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Wait, don't let them did.
Actually,
And
I
another
might.
pixie kind of comes in. Yes, one of your friends could stay.
Actually, yeah, you do.
Hazel? Hazel's going to stand up and sort of say in everybody's heads, start backing out of slowly. Out, please. One by one. No sudden movements. Because she
But
can
I
speak in
wanna
people's minds.
stay.
Evelyn takes like a wide defensive step to like block everyone from these things as they try to back up.
Hazel will be the last one out. Sort of just saying over and over again that she will restore the hag of these woods. Has she straight up said that her mother is a hag before?
Keep your word.
I know never to break my word when I've given it to a fae. She's gonna back out
Perhaps
the last
someday
one
we'll
out.
all dance amongst the graves of House Oakcaster.
If we do, it's their fault. It's on their heads. They started this fight. She's gonna close what remains of the door, which is probably just a few planks. Be like, yeah, Fae are tricky.
All of you realize as you exit this hut that something small that was on you is missing. Like, Taryn, one of the little silver beads from your dreads is gone. Mateo, you're missing a button. Evelyn, you're like, didn't I have a little gemstone on this part of my vest? No, it's gone.
Fairies always get paid.
Touche, fairies. Touche.
I feel like Hazel, without even realizing it, had some like pretty polished stone in her hand because she knows what these fairies are like. Yeah, you little shits. They're fun, but you can't trust them.
You guys want to
We
take
need to
a
go to
quick five?
Oakcaster. Yeah.
I would love to take a quick five. I gotta hit the restroom real fast, then we can finish up.
Oh, Arian, my letter, did it break your heart?
Aaron or Taryn?
Aaron,
I think that's Aaron. Yes?
That is Mateo, yes.
Aaron, did my letter break your heart?
Oh, a little, but I liked it.
Oh, good. Then you fell for the trap, you fucking loser. You just lost.
I just got debated.
They get progressively worse, guys.
Oh, progressively worse?
Who
Oh,
hasn't
great!
received a
I
letter
love
yet?
that Hazel
Is
hasn't got
that
one yet.
so?
I love that.
Progressively?
I mean, it's almost like you all just love Stockholm syndrome. You take this abuse from this person, and then you're like, yes, more. I like this. I want more abuse. This person has
Hey,
never
don't
once been
call us
honest or
out.
trustworthy to me.
Yo,
This person
I
has
don't know.
never
Please
once
change
been
this
kind.
channel.
I am just going to continue to take this beating. I like this.
She kind of called us the goaded power couple. I don't know what you're talking about.
Good, you fell for the softening. Like your abuse captor has kissed you nicely on the forehead, and you're like, oh yes, they're a good person, even though they just bled me dry.
Sounds like something I do.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Hurt me again. You know? Let me make it easier for you. I'll just open my dress right here. Here you go. Stab me.
I'm so curious for Hazel's letter now.
I wonder if Terrence is gonna be worse.
Oh, God. I'm just sitting here drawing. Like, I'm vibing, having a good time. Just drawing.
The worst letter I wrote though is to Honora.
Well.
Cause fuck that bitch.
Who? What, bitch?
Honora, the leader of the church,
Oh.
of the faith.
Oh, I should use this time appropriately and actually go get a drink.
I think I did have a picture of what everything looked like, but I think it's gone now. I think I lost it.
Take a look at this photograph.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
Remember, you have to change the notes slightly because it's photograph, so it goes down a little more.
Oh.
So it's look at this graph, you know.
Look at these fucking music theory majors.
That's funny.
Is that it?
All me and my homies hate music theory.
I didn't. But- There it is. There. Oh, God.
I honestly didn't think we would ever actually get. I just accidentally clicked out of Foundry. To Hazel's backstory.
Yes, we never got to Laurel's backstory.
Laurel's making
We
her
got
own
plenty of
story.
Laurel time.
Laurel's making her own. Laurel's story is in the future. When it ends, murder or something.
Murder? Wow, guys.
Yeah.
I will say, just vaguely off topic, anyone who's been paying attention, Sophia at this point is like getting to the north. When we all first teleported, she was like thrilled, and as soon as we got like turned around and saw like the fairy circle and everything, Sophia immediately just stopped talking and just disappeared into a corner.
And you do speak Sylvan, probably for a reason.
I have returned.
No
All right.
idea.
I return dabbed.
I've returned Dab too.
Wow, good
I
for you, Cole.
returned Doritoed.
Wish I
Amazing.
could
I
have.
wish I had Doritos.
Yeah, I wish I had Doritos too, actually. That sounds really fucking good.
I have dabs. I could. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah, this could be a perfect time where along the journey to Oakcaster, we take a little trip to a new place that Hazel has been setting up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a bit of a walk to get there, I would assume.
Yeah, like a couple days.
With the carriage, would it be like a 2-day situation?
Yeah. Yeah, you could just spend a
Okay.
couple days getting over there.
Okay. So the first night, I feel like everybody is looking like they're gonna set up camp, and she would be like, I think I have something better than just sitting out in the elements, if you guys are interested. And she kind of like makes some motions with her hands, and you guys see this structure appear, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's a little outhouse that kind of apparates beside her. So
Somebody once told me.
An outhouse?
Yeah.
You
in
made a
Hello
shack?
Moses.
she's gonna make like a gesture, and you guys will see it stand up, but on a pair of what looks like gigantic jerboa legs. The really long fucking jumpy mouse legs.
Oh,
And
cool!
Nira
It's
whips
a
her hammer
mimic.
over her shoulder.
What was that?
Said, "Oh, cool! It's a mimic."
Not quite, not quite. And it's gonna walk over and sort of like settle down and sort of wiggle like it's getting comfy. And she's gonna open it, and it's gonna look like an outhouse. Bear with me. And she's gonna start like pushing people through the
I don't want to go
door.
fill it with them.
It's Do you trust me?
Bathroom party.
Yeah.
It's not a bathroom. There Okay.
Well, you can't put me back in the closet.
What floor do we start on?
This technically the second one. The one hang on. It's technically the first one I sent you, I think. Trying to remember the name of it.
This one?
Ground floor. Ground floor. I don't have a token, so I can't see anything. Yes, that one.
Oh.
Bathroom party.
It's
But everything's black and white.
Probably because there's no light.
Is it?
it's
Second.
This is dark vision. This is dark vision sighting.
Thank you, everyone.
What is dark and what is vision?
It's a lie.
We need neither.
Better?
Yeah. Okay, so over here in this room is where we all sort of appear on the other side of this door. Where this portal is. So basically, you step through the door of the outhouse, and it's sort of just like reality changes. You're just standing in a place you weren't expecting to be standing, and when you look around, it's the other side of this green portal in a room filled with flowers and bones and that one door that looks real ordinary. And when you step through it into this main room, the first thing you see is this humongous gnarled tree, and it seems to just be going through the floor, up through the ceiling. And Nira, stay calm, there are creatures everywhere. And I mean, sugar gliders, raccoons, squirrels, rats, birds, everywhere. And they seem to be using the tree in the center as sort of like a highway to get between floors.
And so is Nira. Climbing the tree.
It smells like a feast in this room, or on this floor, because this floor is kind of like a gathering space, basically. Let's see. The walls are carved wood with like vines and leaves and trees with vignettes in the middle of various memories of things the Quill have done, some good, some bad. I'll let you imagine what's what. Let's see. And trees kind of sprout to sort of make the doorways. There's lots of places to sit and relax. There's a dining room over here with a bar that has an octopus tending it. There's a war room over here where people can make plans and whatnot. There's a sitting space with a fireplace. There's like instruments everywhere. Let's see. Over here, there is a kitchen. And through the kitchen, there's an alchemy lab. And every single plant in the alchemy lab is real. It is not conjured. She brought them in herself. So they can actually be used for various alchemical purposes.
Damn.
I'm so proud of your first month, Danny. I'm so proud of you.
And there's also an area that kind of looks like an outdoor space. The plants are real in here as well. It's kind of a supplement to the alchemy lab. But out here, it's sort of like a fake view that looks pretty as realistic as it could be of a forest landscape that reminds you of the forest that you guys are probably still in. There's no pixies, just bird song.
Sorry if the stairwells are not in the right order.
Listen, we'll figure it out. So, go up a floor. Stairway leads to nowhere.
Amazing.
Stairs, the fucking bane of every map's existence.
So this one, do you want it to go up or down?
Up.
Oh, where's Laurel's room?
Haven't got to the
What the
bedrooms
fuck?
yet.
Stairways are tweaking now, right now.
I don't know
Oh,
if these
and by the
animals
way,
are keen on being handled, but they're being
Try that.
gripped out of the air.
oh no, they're happy to be. A sugar glider like lands on your head, I think, at one point. And there is a kangaroo cooking in the kitchen.
All right, so that one should go up.
Mhm. Yes, that one worked perfectly.
This
So
other one
floor.
goes down.
Okay. So
And then
these are
this
the
other one
bedrooms.
on the second floor goes up to the top floor.
Yeah.
I believe I have the stairwells done correctly for you now.
I know I made a 4-story structure, which is a real dick move.
No, it's fine. It's whatever. It's just...
Okay. So these are the bedrooms. And this first one over here is Nira's. It's filled with conjured animals, but they are soft and cuddly, just like a real animal should be, but also you can throw rocks at them if you'd like. They don't mind. The attendants can bring you rocks. There's no bed in the room, but there is a chaise lounge that would let you stretch your legs out, but still be sitting upright. Hope you like it. There's all kinds of
It's
like
a
I picked, like,
full-blown
the
sheep in
softest
here.
looking. Straight up sheep. Yep. Sheep, cats, birds.
Start backpacking a sheep around. There's onto the front legs of a sheep, just backpacking it.
The room over here to the left is Evelyn and Sophia's room. And it is filled with crystals and shiny things and coins and gemstones should a certain little gnome decide she wants to lounge in a pile of treasure. There's a I know, can't imagine. And there's also musical instruments everywhere that are always tuned to exactly what you want them to be, with enough room for someone to practice with a greatsword, should they feel like it. Each room has its own bathroom, by the way, because I pay attention to details that don't matter. This door here is the communal sort of hot tub thing. And then over here is Taryn's room. It is big because he's a big boy.
There's a gigantic splash as Daenerys jumps into the hot tub. Just-
With the sheep that is soaking up the water, even though it's, conjured.
Is it this one?
Yeah, and it's big because Taryn's a big boy, and because there's a chance Yusuf will stay, even though it's not as fancy as the Yusuf or the Caraway Manor. There's a huge bed, a sparring
my
dummy,
God.
a desk, a meditation area, candles everywhere, sketchbooks and pencils that were brought in, so they are things that he can draw in and bring out with him should he like to.
I'm gonna cry.
And a single copy of Basilisk Rearing for Dummies on the desk.
Oh my god. I'm like, listen. Taryn's not crying. There's no water coming from this rock. No, not at all.
And this room is Mateo's room.
Oh,
And-
okay.
It's comfy and warm and filled with notebooks and keepsakes of all the Quill's adventures. Some of them are filled, and then, just like with Taryn's room, some were brought in by Hazel so that he can take them in and fill them in with his own memories because they're important and they make us who we are, as the note on the bed reminds him. This is an extra fucking bedroom. We don't worry about that one. Spare bedroom.
And that's just
Look.
2 floors. There's 2 more.
The top one is just Hazel's bedroom. You guys can look at that one if you want. But the one the one that I think is the most fun is the basement. Which one will get us to the basement?
Go back down to the first floor and take the other one.
Okay.
I think I'm trapped on the top floor because both staircases lead to nowhere. Oh, welcome, Nira.
Oh wait, this wasn't the one.
Mm-mm. Taryn
This-
found it.
Hazel's
There's
room.
a staircase now.
I mean, none of the bedrooms are locked, including Hazel's bedroom. She doesn't care. But you can guess who the spare bedroom was fucking for. Anyway, now it's a spare bedroom with nothing special in it.
How do I go
Laurel.
Just click the other one, yeah.
there? Oh. Whoa.
So this one is kind of a recreation room or level.
Love the shape
Let's
of the room.
see. This
I
one.
love the detail here.
This room, you can kind of think of it as an old-timey CrossFit gym. It's got lots of weapons, but also target dummies, rocks to break, wagon wheels to flip. There's some heavy ropes, and some pigeons flying around the ceiling for no particular reason. They look especially hittable,
Targets.
I guess, This is a workshop / lab that was for Thomas. He isn't traveling with them anymore, but he could, so she added it just in case, and it will also double as his bedroom because there's a hammock in the corner because this is where he would sleep anyway. All kinds of armor and shit.
An alchemy lab for anyone, I suppose.
Yeah. That door is the only locked door in the whole place. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
okay, won't worry about it.
This is like a ranged training room, and there's guns, bows, crossbows, daggers, throwing darts. They're all waiting to be fired or thrown. There's training dummies on one wall, and then on this wall where all the foliage is growing, it can pop up random targets for you to shoot, so it's a bit more of like an active shooting gallery than just a passive dummy. Let's see. And then this is the last room. This is the art studio. And just like the alchemy lab, everything in here was brought in by Hazel so that everything can be actually taken out of it. It's filled with fucking everything you could imagine. There's oil, watercolor, gouache, inks, brushes, paper, canvas, pastels, charcoal, and a water bucket that always refills itself. And a
You
little
even
like
went and got your own assets.
I sure fucking did. I paid
Oh,
$2.99.
I appreciate you.
Don't ever say I'm not extra. With a life drawing like dais in the middle. And if you feel like it, you can go see Hazel's bedroom. It's nothing fancy. It's just a bigger bedroom because this is where she fucking lives now. but this is Hazel's hovel. And
Don't
your
look in
bedrooms
the
will
other
always
room.
be here. Don't look in the locked. Listen, you'll see it eventually, but right now just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the arcane sigil peeking through the door or anything. It's fine.
No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, but I hope you like it. It's took me a long fucking time.
Okay, wait. So there's the one stair down here in the basement that goes nowhere.
Mm. Yeah, that's the banishment
It
zone.
should go up.
No, there's one that goes up and there's one that does nothing. There's two there.
Really? I don't see two. I only see one.
Use the right one. The
Yeah,
left
one on
one
the
is. Yeah.
Just use the correct one.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Obviously.
You made all this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can just like create whole worlds now.
I mean, I can create this one, and I had to. I feel like there was a day where, like, Taryn and Mateo noticed Hazel disappeared for a full 24 hours, and came back and was like, "No, I was just busy," and that was because this is a 24-hour ritual to create this structure. So
you
she
thought
went and
of
bought an outhouse.
everything.
Listen, I tried. I
Okay,
just.
just try not to sob. You really thought about us, huh?
I tried. I just, I know that when we travel, sometimes it sucks to feel like, we have to cram ourselves into these dinky little inn rooms and we don't have any actual privacy. And so I wanted to have, like, a home for myself that's a home for everybody if you ever need it.
You're getting tackled.
Yeah.
I hope you like it.
Get picked up. Just held aloft.
Like
With
your
Kira.
face is just screwed up in a I want to cry but I refuse, and you're just being held on to.
Oh,
I think this means you guys like it.
like it. It's so nice.
There's also like a balcony area, but I didn't know what to put beyond the balcony, so I just walled it off.
That's perfect. That was a little difficult. It's sort of like a fake outdoor space. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
like
can't
a
have an
screen,
outdoor
a
space.
screen porch beyond which is just like a painting of a forest.
Exactly. And if you're hungry, ask any of these little friends running around, and they will bring you whatever you want. The kangaroo in the kitchen is very talented.
I gotta go see an octopus about a drink.
His name is Squid Johnson. We don't know why his name is Squid Johnson, but that's his
Hey,
name.
my name's
Oh, you
Squid
squid.
Johnson. I make the drinks here.
Octopus.
He is, but he identifies as a squid.
Oh,
Yeah, I identify as a squid. You got a problem with that?
no, not at all. That's
You want to see me ink?
Oh.
You see Hazel going, no.
I'm a first date.
Is that code for like a strong alcohol?
Yeah. He hands you a drink.
Well, it's exactly what you want it to be.
Everyone tries to figure out how to play pool.
I saw this game once in a tavern when I was traveling, so I decided to make it here. I think you're supposed to hit the balls with the sticks.
Sophia starts like prestidigitating little like sparkle fireworks in the middle of the table every time you go
Hell yeah.
hit a ball.
And there's also like little like nooks and crannies and hiding spots fucking everywhere if anybody feels overstimulated and needs to be alone for a minute. But yeah, I've been calling it Hazel's Hovel.
I just have it called Hazel's Hut, but I'll rename it.
No, it doesn't matter. In my head, I call it Hazel's Hovel, but Hazel's Hut,
matters.
honestly. I learned how to use Dungeon Draft for this.
You
We're
worked
glad.
really hard to make this happen. I know a few of these assets. I'm like, I know you have some of Crosshead's assets. I noticed the map ones, the artist ones. I know like by name these assets. I love it.
They're good assets. A lot of them are free.
Yeah,
A lot of them are free.
I think most of all the dynamic use of the space. Like it's not squares or circles. Like it's more organic or natural, wild, twisty shapes.
That's what I was going for. Hazel wouldn't have like a this is my, McMansion brick. That's not Hazel. The first one looked like a boring house, and then I redid it, and I like it a lot more. But yeah, whenever we adventure, or if you guys just feel like it, this is where we can stay. As long as you guys don't mind having a bunch of people watch us go into an outhouse like it's a clown carriage. So.
I think that makes it kind of better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if anybody tries to get in here that I don't want, it's just an outhouse. So.
Does that mean you have to clean up their shit?
It kind of drops out the bottom.
Okay.
And then I have magic that can do it, that can handle that. But also, it can get up and walk away if I want it to. So.
Is that just like magic witches just know, or is that, a level thing?
One might say once I reached power level 11, I was I suddenly figured out how to do this.
Very interesting, very interesting.
God. So yeah, we can spend the night here and then continue our journey with this hut just walking beside us. Or I can have it hide somewhere.
Can it walk for 8 hours on the road while we're inside it?
I think so. It says I can command it from within.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we got to, but that's fucking cool.
Yeah, if you really wanted to just witch it up, yeah, you could have your odd monster house thing. Just do that, yeah.
Could I cast the carriage spell and have it look like a flatbed chariot? And have my
Lay the spells, do it.
Have my witch hut like sit on the back of it.
The house cannot command the carriage.
No, so 2 people would still have to go out to take shifts to command the carriage, but it's an option. It's still more comfortable. I understand if that is bullshit and way too much.
If it were a real carriage, maybe you could like build something that your little hut slots into.
Listen, it's an option. She can also teleport it to herself once a day from anywhere. So, yeah. Welcome to Hazel's hovel hut. We can do long rest here.
It's incredible.
Can I move in?
I'm trying to get his shit together.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be around. Wherever I am, it'll be nearby. It doesn't go away unless someone destroys the outhouse, and then I just have to do it again, but annoying. Hasn't happened yet.
And you get a near back-breaking bear hug.
No. A bunch of flying squirrels, I feel like, just attach themselves to Nira's back, and they're just hanging there with their big boba eyes.
And for no reason, she is like walking hunchback as if for some reason that gives them more grip, even though it doesn't matter.
It sure doesn't. I wish I could have found flying squirrel assets, but that's okay. We'll use Imagination Land.
Get the big downfall.
Yeah, it's a
of
fucking
making
Disney
maps is that
movie.
you get to a point where you were like, there's parts of this you guys are just gonna have to imagine, and then you build something
Mhm.
like this, and they're like, yeah, okay, but you also put everything in here already. Stop! You did a lot. You did more than you needed to.
For sure I did way more than I needed to. And
I
there,
love it though.
I'm glad. This is the most time I've spent on anything for a D&D game.
It's an asset now. You're gonna use it in other games for other things.
Oh
other
yeah,
jobs. Don't worry about it.
it'll be around. Don't worry. It's a scene now. I could easily, like, when I do the Great Migration, all of my scenes from 5e are gonna come over to Zweihander, so I'll be able to pull them out
Ayy. Hell yeah.
as new places for the next place. But
I also want you to know I put every bit of food on those plates manually.
Yeah, had to layer that. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I could have used the path tool, but I'm not a coward. So
Love it. Love it.
So yeah. If we wanted to do our long rest and continue after this 30-something minute
oh, it's
detour.
fine. It's whatever.
But yeah, I wanted everybody to have their own little space and feel welcome, you know?
You figured out that you had to remove shadows from some things so that they would appear flat, and
Yeah. I wasn't as consistent with that, but
Well, I use
I
can see it.
Incarnate.
I've used Incarnate for like
world maps.
world
Mhm.
maps. Yeah.
I got so many assets in Incarnate, it's insane.
Who's been poking around my bedroom? It's okay.
It was me.
We got trapped up there at
I was
first.
gonna say, yeah.
Christmas Day,
I think everyone's been all over this map.
If she cared, she would have locked it. She doesn't care.
Is now the time.
Well,
Let's see if I can hit the performance check.
Yes. I think so.
it's a little Beethoven.
Chopsticks.
I have had a specific clip of piano saved in my bookmark since the start of the campaign, you guys.
Send it to me.
Nah.
No.
One day.
It's perfectly in tune, so you have advantage.
Hey.
Not meant to be.
Tough.
Listen, I think it sounded great. What was the roll? I think it sounded great.
We practice, just need practice. It's fine.
Listen, you
Just
got.
a little time to practice. Fine.
I think, a few more drinks from Squid Johnson and you'll be right as rain. I wish I'd stuck an octopus over there. One thing I regret is not putting the chairs more on exact squares.
Okay, so onward
damn it, Tracer.
towards what was the place called?
Oak.
Oath.
I have it.
Oak.
People soon to be dead of Oath someplace.
Oakcaster.
Oakcaster. House Oakcaster.
So this is something that Hazel. She's aware probably who the people in charge of the city are because it's the closest, biggest city, I think.
Yeah, it's ruled by House Oakcaster, a human family. And you've never specifically met them, but there is a ruling house.
So
They have a pretty nice keep.
is there anywhere that keeps like
A lord
records
with
of
many
jobs?
sons. Yeah, you can look through like the town bounty board. It's actually not that hard to find. This bounty was on a number of witches in the area. For around the same time, the a witch, quote unquote witch from the Green Mountains, had cursed the Lord Oakcaster's son, and essentially his entire male line died. And so he sent a bunch of people to the woods to kill all the witches in the area.
All of them.
There was 4 on a list.
Hazel was too baby to make it on the list.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it did basically say, to kill anybody else who's around, but
yeah,
you weren't around. You were in probably Swampwell or something.
At the most at Greenden, but probably Swampwell. She likes the smaller cities more. So, it was the Lord, the guy overall in charge of everything, who did it.
Who issued the command, and then it was members of his court who carried out the act. Yeah, members of his guard, soldiers.
Now, how hard is it to get an audience with this fucking guy? I don't even know if that's the way to do it, but
I mean, probably not that hard. You could probably just show up and go and talk to some people and be like, I'm a magistrate person, or I'm blah, 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 and use your status.
Question. Will going in there as the magistrate to kidnap a city leader cause political discourse?
Probably.
Maybe we just go in as us.
Does anyone have a magistrate pin they should tuck in their little pocket?
Nira tucks away her magistrate pin.
They took mine away.
Me too.
Whatever
Didn't.
caraway thing, just fucking takes it like.
Yeah. She gives Taryn a cloak to sort of cover himself better because he stands out.
Taryn now has a caraway manor sigil sewn into a lot of his clothes.
His underwear, yeah. So we kind of have to go kidnap a lord?
Oh, does he need to be alive?
Yes.
That's near.
But I have a plan for that.
Okay.
The house is just walking with them in it right now, I think.
And just gonna sit on the roof of the house.
Hell yeah.
Of the outhouse.
On the
Just
outhouse.
sit there.
Keeping an eye out, So... We're not really sneaky. We're not good at sneaky. So, my thought is, we do have to just go in. Do I look like a witch, you guys?
No.
Not necessarily.
Your skin isn't green. You don't have a hooked nose or warts.
That's a hag.
Oh.
She puts the broom behind her back, her flying broom. Maybe I'll leave this in the hut.
Maybe.
It's a little too witchy. It's a little too witchy.
You wear a pointy hat?
No, but there is one in her bedroom. On the map, there is one in her bedroom.
Maybe don't wear the pointy hat.
I guess, yeah. Okay. I mean, we are powerful beings. There's no reason that the lord of a city this size would not want to see us, right?
Yeah, I am a government official now. For a whole area.
Should we hide that?
You're the fucking wharf master of Azoria, okay?
I feel like that's a big position.
Oh. I did forget to say that as part of Safia and Evelyn's wedding, that Yusuf's the caraway gift to them was magical tiling for their house slash castle slash manor wherever. That essentially gives tremor sense when they're in there, so that they can know when people are moving about in their house while they're there.
Fancy.
And you'll have to deal with the flying people yourself.
That's
For
a
all the people
nice-
that don't touch the floor.
That's a nice, convenient thing for Safia to have that Evelyn's had for
I mean,
15
still,
years.
it works at any range inside the house.
But cool.
You don't have like a sash that says Wharf Master of Azuria, right? So
No, but like, if they describe me, I could understand.
No, it's a
You
hat.
know.
maybe we could.
So our plan is to just like walk in there and like kidnap a king.
He's not a king.
Oh,
But-
A lord.
I'm wondering, maybe we.
A
There's
noble
only
lord
one
of
of
a
us that's
family
really-
that has been around for a very long time, might I add.
Yeah. I feel like if
The
we're
last of a male
seen-
line.
we are cutting this family off.
Because
Um,
4 years ago, some witch cursed his family and killed his kids, and now he doesn't have any kids, and so he killed 4 witches.
he doesn't even know if my mom is the one who fucking did it. Witch racist. Anyway, I'm wondering if sneaking might be smarter. Would anyone disagree?
I mean,
I am no longer like disadvantaged by sneaking in my armor.
and I can assist with the good old pass without a trace, but
If we can get him back to my hut, we're good.
And if you fail,
Teleportation scroll.
Mhm. Hazel does have hold person now, by the way. So,
Just tell me who to hit and when, and who not to kill.
Ideally, we kill no one. We maybe kill this guy later, but
oh, yes, he will die. But I think we need him to be alive for the spell. So, boy, I really picked a hard one, guys. I'll understand
could
if any of you
choose-
don't want.
you could choose to figure out who was the person who literally carried out the crime
That would probably
and
be
find
easier.
them.
And make them tell us who issued the order.
I mean, it is the guy, the Lord who did it. We were able to figure that out from the postings, I
Okay.
think. But he is a very difficult target.
we get the person who did it, and then you just curse the. Oh my god! You do it this time.
But Mir's gonna hold. He's gonna grab Evelyn's hand. Hazel's hand.
what to say?
Or you go and you help him and you turn the other cheek.
Oh, you thought this was a good guy mission? Okay, you misread the room.
Oh, I'm the one who misread the room. Sorry.
Gonna grab Hazel's hand. Well, we're alive, so we can figure this out. We have as much time as we need.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I wonder who said that.
I wonder who said that.
So whoever said it was pretty smart, I think.
Yeah, I think they're pretty smart.
Boy, do we go after the one who swung the sword or the one who ordered the swinging? One is easy, one is difficult.
My vote is both, but also whichever one you want.
Who do you feel you have more animosity to?
It's hard to forgive someone who ordered the destruction of 3 innocent beings to punish one. God, I want to go for the guy in charge. I don't think we can do that.
Northern Justice.
Do we have time to do it in 16 minutes? I don't know.
We start it in 16 minutes and
Yeah,
then
we
carry
can
it all the way
start-
through.
Started for sure.
Mhm.
Or we
So-
can sit here and we can wait until next episode if you want to think about what you want to do, and we can have 2 out of place scenes. We can come back at different times in the same year.
Hmm. Evans is go after the king. The
Let's
Lord.
go.
I'm the killer lord. I'm the killer lord.
Well, bring him back alive and then kill him. But I mean,
I'm the
technically-
kidnapper lord.
I would
I'm the
like,
kidnapper
as you
lord.
guys are hanging around, for you all to make me a group perception check. Everyone roll me perception. Oh, I literally should have done an epic roll.
Why is
It's okay, I made the noise. It's like we're doing one anyway. Fuck.
exactly.
Why did I get eyes, bro?
For what reason?
For real.
But for why?
Hey, can you roll for me? My foundry is being fucking. Oh, literally as I said that. Fuck you.
Did you still need me to roll it, or?
No, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, you got a good perception.
yeah.
Ooh.
Terren's too
Well-
distracted by pretending he's not cold.
Hazel and Dayanira,
Aaron's nip can cut dime. Oops.
you guys, as you guys are essentially scoping out this, it's not a crazy large keep. It probably houses the guy's family and maybe, a dozen or so servants.
Mhm.
Has maybe a dozen bedrooms. But at the same time, a pretty nice keep. As you guys kind of hang out and scope it out for the afternoon to see things, you do see these people come and go. This guy, at least his wife and 2 daughters, come and go from the castle. And then ultimately in the evening, you see him go to court and essentially go to like the courthouse downtown and see people's problems.
Is he a beloved leader?
Make an insight check.
Can I make an advantage because I grew up here?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 and 7. 16.
You know that people don't hate him. They're all right. At one point long ago, they were kind of known as like they are vassals of the current ruling house in Oathguard. Basically. So they just kind of do what the people in Oathguard do.
And the people in
But I mean, they're
You know what?
tough northern lords. They're like grizzled battle veterans and love a good fight. They love a good fuck. They love a good drink.
Don't make me like them. I'm just wondering if there's a chance to perhaps grab him while he's outside of the keep. Perhaps if he's the sort of man who likes to go hunting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Why don't you give me some sort of charisma check, as if you're talking to a guard, to try and learn any information about this.
Persuasion?
Persuasion, intimidation, up to you.
We'll
say you kind of approach like a guard of the house and ask some questions. Or
Can I bless myself? Does that give ability checks or just attack rolls and saving throws? Hang on.
I believe it's
Guidance
attack
is what you
rolls
need.
and saving
Yeah,
throw. You want
guidance, which I don't
guidance.
have. Okay, alright. Fuck it.
Safia should have guidance, right?
Well, I did roll a 24.
I don't, but I have bardic inspiration that you can have that you can re-roll if it doesn't work.
The guard lets you know that, I mean, there's a couple times a year that there's a royal hunting party that kind of goes, or maybe they'll leave for like some sort of tournament or something, but mostly he's a guy who kind of rules. He lets his other men hunt for him. He's a little older, so.
And she used disguise self, by the way, so she does not look like herself.
Sure thing.
So it feels like... Is there ever times where he's walking by himself, just in the city? Or has he always got, like, an entourage?
He's accompanied by a couple of people. At least, like, 2 or 3 guards most of the time. It's a pretty big city, so...
Yeah.
I mean, if you think that you guys could take a couple of armed guards, you probably could.
I feel like we probably could.
But in daylight, that seems
It would
responsible.
It would probably be better to do it at night, maybe while he's leaving the courthouse?
Right around dusk.
Could we say this took a couple days so she had time to teleport her outhouse to a good position inside the city, and then have it be the next day so she could teleport it again if she needed to?
Yeah, but every time you come out, you hear peasants like, "Oh, this is a great outhouse. I don't know when the Lord put this one in, but this one's a real shitter."
I have it walk to a different position and then cover it with, like, branches. I, like, tuck it in a corner.
Look, this one's trying to be covered up. Well, I can't hide these. These are good shitters.
God damn it.
I will say, if you pray to Laurel, Laurel will help you.
Absolutely
What
not.
the fuck was that?
That's never happening.
Laurel could have been here her
That's a
own self.
negative.
Laurel had every chance to be here.
Laurel could have got a cool room.
I'm just saying, Laurel can help you right this very instant.
Praying to Laurel. Damn, the god complex is going crazy.
Sorry, I was being talked to IRL. What was that?
Just saying. The god complex is crazy.
Oh,
Really popping off.
Bro,
So-
your name says Queen Consort. It does not say Goddess. It does not say Spark Haver.
Yeah, it just changed. I think. Oh no, it's the other token. Never mind. There's 2 little tokens: Brooke, Old Laurel, and New Laurel on the right side. So, current plan: try to intercept at night. Take out the guards quickly. I mean, they're gonna know he's missing either way. So,
I think that's also part of the point, though, is that, he gets punished for this, and maybe no one knows who did it and why, but clearly, don't fuck with the forest. They should
I
know
like
he's
that.
missing, so that they don't know, or so that they respect what's happening, and don't do it again.
So does that mean like on the way out we're like witches, bitch, so that they know like for sure? Or
I'll in the dirt. I will draw a little witch on a broom with a pointy hat. No, I won't.
If you would like to employ the Fae of the Great Green Mountain Range, they could perhaps help you in this endeavor.
oh, like the little pixies that stole all our little shit.
Yes.
They're
That
powerful.
seems dangerous.
Hey,
It
gotta sell
always
them.
Make
is.
a deal, please God. Don't make a deal though. Just pay them.
Yeah, pay them. Don't owe them a favor, please God.
Okay, what's worse, Laurel or these pixies? Come on, guys.
Laurel.
Laurel.
The rock has been thrown, okay?
You have been cast down.
You can't create the character that you want us to hate and then be upset that we're hating her.
We love you though. There's a, let's be clear.
Yes, Cole, great. Laurel, fuck that bitch.
Which, I mean, shows you did a really good fucking job. In my opinion.
I don't know. I think the best thing to say about Laurel is that, she said multiple times that all she wants is to unite the realm, and she succeeded in uniting the realm against her.
She made everyone hate her, and we're all united under that.
I feel like that's following the letter, but not the spirit.
Yeah, it's like no, doesn't really count.
Next
worst part
time
is
on
she's gonna
Lunaria
think
Land of
she's a
Languish.
martyr.
So,
Speaking of next time, I think Tuna and I have to drop. It's a little late for us.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Next time on Lunaria Land of Languish. Bum-ba-da-dum, bum-ba-da-dum, bum-ba-da-da. We finish the Hazel arc. Second wedding? Question mark. Third wedding? I mean, fourth wedding? Question mark.
I think after this it's crab people.
Yep.
Crab people, and then
Yeah.
the infamous year 3 and 4, and then
Everyone knows
we'll finish things.
the final stage of evolution is crab.
But anyway, I love you all. I hope you're all still having fun.
Yeah.
Trying to finish things up in a way that feels satisfying for you guys.
I was so nervous to show you guys that fucking.
You
I've
did a great
never
job.
ended a campaign
Yeah,
this
you
big.
It's been really fun.
It's
Okay,
hard.
I love you all.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Congrats, you got married.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, married.
Yay.
Saphia and Evelyn sitting in a tree.
I'm celebrating with a Popeyes wing.
Nice.
XCING.
I wonder if these lesbians will get a statue.
These lesbians. How am I
My
supposed to
last-
reach these lesbians?
My last lesbians, they got a statue.